We are live. It's Joe, 1/3 of the cyber nerds.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're locked into a TCM podcast.
It's Mr. Blitz Tech.
And I'm ready.
We are live.
Guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the cyber nerds.
And I'm Raven the GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
And welcome to the special podcast, last podcast of the year. It's about to be a madness tonight. First, before we get kicked off, I just want to say congratulations, fellas. We made it. You guys didn't kill yourselves, especially you two. Wagwan.
I don't know what you're talking about. We made it to what, fam?
You made it to the end of the year. You're alive. Still ain't killed yourself. You haven't let the comments drive you crazy. Sam has been kidnapped by someone who wants to make him his Black Panther or Kitty.
Let me get this disclaimer out of the way right now. The cyber nerds do not promote suicide. We also do not promote cyberbullying or suicide due to cyberbullying.
True. Even though we do get quite a lot of stick, don't we?
Listen, like, these man can jump in the comment sections as much as they want. Do you know what I love? Man just dropped the Bumblebee review. Yeah. Man don't like Bumblebee, innit? I don't like Bumblebee.
Just like it.
Comments
to the max.
Comments are mad.
Comments
are mad. But
you're
guess
dumb.
What, guys?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Michael Bay's an idiot. Like, bruv, they're not even just abusing us. They're abusing other people, fam. Like, that's what's mad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yo.
Guys, look, do your thing, innit? Just know I'm in there with my personal account, innit?
Oh,
yeah,
man's in the tape.
No burners, fam. No Kevin Durant, fam.
Wow, stay ready.
What are you saying, Sam?
Yeah, I'm good, you know.
You sure? You sure? Fam? It's been a tough year for you, fam.
You think so?
Yeah, man. We had the patron coming to us after the Lions game, say, "Yo, man, you man need to chill on Sam, man. You too hard on Sam, fam."
I've had tougher challenges than that, but you know, I'm still here surviving. You know, that's what happens, isn't it?
I don't even think Sam's had a tough year, innit? Sam's had a tougher life, fam.
See, there you go. So,
man's skin.
Wow.
Is a struggle.
It's bad.
Well, there you go. This is normal, isn't it?
That's why I didn't ask you if you how you make it, bro.
This is just normal. Don't worry about me, innit? Like this is calm to me.
Alright, cool.
Only up from here.
So look, episode 19, the last episode of the year, is all about the cyber nerds growth, innit? So we're gonna touch on pretty much from January. What happened, the things we did, the things that we didn't do, things that went well, things that didn't go well, maybe, personal as well. We're going to talk about the fam, Patreons, the people we've met, the road trips we took. Did we go to any events? I can't remember. It's been so long, so much has been happening. And yeah, man, and then we're kind of like, end on a good one. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast as much as we've enjoyed this. We're going to enjoy this one because there's always a madness with these two. You already know what time it is. And the way we've been enjoying it as well, man, like throughout the whole year, innit? So before we get started, anyone wants to add anything? And by the way, I'm hosting the podcast this week. And this is like a free for all. This is all about the cyber. This is not about like the topics I want to talk about. This is about us today. So if you feel like you want to say something, you want to put something in there, by all means, do your thing in it. This is, I'm hosting it, but everybody can host it today, innit? Like it's the last episode, innit? But yeah, anything you want to add? Are we good to go?
I'm ready. You're
ready. Cool, innit? All right, so I'm just gonna start off straight from January, when we kicked off things. And I was going back on the videos, like, how can I start this podcast? Like what can set it off, innit? And the first video we put out in January the 2nd, was the 10K video. We reached 10K and we put out our best reactions in it. Like it was just a madness. Like straight from the get go, like who does that? Like straight from the get go, you're just gonna start off like the best traders reactions of last year. That's how you're gonna get man triggered for 2018.
I feel like that's normal, isn't it?
That's
I feel like that's normal. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like coming into the year, we hit a big goal for us. And do you know what's mad? Yeah, I don't know if this might just be a personal thing for me, innit? But like, I get so obsessed, like, with goals, innit? And I remember like being last year and getting to 10k subscribers was man's whole life, bruv. Like,
and we got it before the actual like target. We had a target day, which was before the end of the year, and we hit like maybe like a week before or something.
I feel
maybe
like
even
it was
before.
like a month before.
Like a month before, like we hit the target. Yeah,
think,
like we was like ahead of time. Like.
Yeah, because we was talking about how we was in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like we were supposed to hit in January, but I'm pretty sure like the actual ticker hit in November or something like that. And then we spent the last month like planning for the next year. But yeah, man, I get like that, fam. Like I just get obsessed with these goals, innit? And hitting 10k to me was such an achievement, fam. And I think it was such an achievement because the grind it was, fam, is mad, bruv. And you get advice from people, yeah? Like a couple people that you know, give us advice who are like in the space and know a couple things here and there. They're like, look, guys, you know, that first 100 subscribers is hard. The first 1,000 subscribers is hard. The first 10,000, and it's like, you say it, yeah, but I need these things to happen, innit? So I'll be calling Raven at 3 a.m. like, yo, why we got 10k subscribers no? Like, yeah, like what's going on, fam? Like, I just remember like the like.
Yeah, man was going in.
I'll be going in with.
But you know
like
what?
this,
yeah, like I still feel some type of way. I still feel some type of way because, like you said, you've got your way of seeing things, which is pretty much similar to mine. But then man is over here like late nights, you know what I'm saying, like in and out, like just not caring, like regardless what's happening in life, man's still doing the thing, innit? And you're just looking like, and I think it hits me when I'm tired. Like when I get cranky, like, you know, when like you be trying to tell me, like, shut up, bro, don't tell me nothing. Like, yo, like, I've been seeing it for 15 hours. No, I don't want to hear nothing from no one. So I'm not gonna apologize, innit? But like, I guess I get sensitive like that at times. So sometimes I'll be looking at YouTube, Twitter, or such. I'm like, fam, we're green, man. Like I'm like, yeah, like we're not the grades, fam.
Fam, yeah, let me just get an Urban Dictionary on that real quick. Green is just to be like,
you're not ripe.
Yeah, you're not ripe, man. You're whack. Like you're not there yet. Do you know what I'm saying? And even like right now at this moment, we're not there yet either. But at the same time, it is crazy when you're like counting up the man hours man's putting in, fam. The raw man hours you're putting in, and you're seeing your subscriber count not move for like 2 weeks, fam.
Yeah, like.
But then, and then this is what hurts. This is what it's empowering, but it also hurts. Is when people jump in the comment section and they're like, "Yo, why haven't you lot got 1 million subscribers?" Every time someone says anything like, "Why don't you guys have more subscribers?" It's like someone stabbing me in my side, because it's like, raw, like we're putting in all this work. They're saying that we should have this, whether they mean it or not. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bruv, it just, you know what I'm saying? It fuels me. It makes, bruv, it tears me down. Like, oh, you ain't doing enough. Right. But then that also fuels me into being like, I'm about to go so much harder on this. Like, watch. Like, we're gonna get there. You get me? So I hate that stuff, but I love that stuff, bro. It's all motivation to me.
Like, Sam, what are you saying?
I'm just thinking about the whole moment when it happened. Obviously hitting 10k, like I said, way before the beginning of the early of the year, and like for me, when that the whole 10k thing happens, just obviously what we've been trying to achieve this whole time is just the way the whole community reacted with us. Obviously, we saw the goal, and it happened, and then the way everyone was on our social media, on our YouTube, saying congratulations. This and that's the kind of thing I like to see, kind of thing. Like, obviously, we're trying to achieve these things, and the way we're growing, they're just going to come with us, isn't it? And that's what I like to see, everyone come together, everyone know what we're trying to be, where we're trying to be at, and then just coming with us. That's what I like to see a lot.
You know what, yeah? Like, jumping back on what you were saying, Joe. And I research a lot of stuff. A lot of times I'm on YouTube because obviously I'm dealing with uploading videos and, you know, trying to make our videos better. And one dude, yeah, like I don't even like know like what this video is about. And one dude was like, I think he's got like 250,000 subscribers, right? And he was like, oh, there's people come onto my channel and be like, yo, how come you ain't got like 1 million, 10 million? And he was like, because right now my work doesn't justify 10 million subscribers, which I'm cool with it. But at the same time, yeah, and I can get that. I dig that. Like, yeah, like if you're not in that zone yet, then you're not supposed to get that in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a true believer of that. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, even if you think about like to January, the stuff that we were doing, fam, for people who have those numbers, 10K below, fam, I have not come across anyone that is peppering up the game or trying to pepper up the game the way we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like presentation, shows, like doing stuff that people who have deeper pockets, who actually even have pockets, we don't have pockets till the end of and today we're on what, 23K. Cybernets don't have pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with people with pockets and or even deeper pockets, like, bruv, that's where we're working. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're up to par, but if you put our video next to someone else's video, fam, there isn't, you're not going to say, you know, much difference besides numbers. You know what I'm saying? Viewers numbers, subscribers numbers. So stuff like that, like it gets to me, innit? But at the same time, that's why I don't let sleep get to me, innit? Because I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, innit? Because man has been trying to, like, we want to be the best, innit? Like, and that's my mindset. Like, I can't do things like 1 foot in, innit? So like, if you ever see anything I'm part of, I'm probably 100% into it, 100% committed. I'm giving my whole effort into it, because I can't, like, I just don't accept, like, I try not to, my hardest not to accept mediocre stuff in it. And like, that's why, like, if you guys wouldn't know in it, but like, I'm always on Raven's back in it about this, about that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to push him, he's pushing me. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be on sound. I'm on everyone's back all the time, because I feel like we can do better. But with what you're saying about this dude saying that the level of output that he's putting out doesn't justify his subscribers, I don't know what YouTube you're talking about. But how I see that for us is, I just think you have to pay your dues, innit? Like, in no matter what profession you're in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, no one walks into a basketball gym and it can just make every shot, fam. True. Bruv, when you're, and this is the thing what makes me sick, like, because obviously I do coach some kids when I'm not playing professional, yeah? So I'll go into the gym, kids behind the 3-point line, yeah, about 7 years old, just throwing the ball up in the air and running down court, saying, Steph Curry. I'm like, yo, what? Steph Curry probably didn't shoot that shot for a decade, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Steph Curry was doing all fundamentals for the first 10, 15 years of his life before he ever started just throwing the ball up from half court. Do you know what I'm saying? But what you see when you look at Steph Curry is not a finished product, but a product that's close to being finished. Do you get what I'm saying? Right. And emulating that doesn't ever get you there. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got to emulate the hard work, bruv. And I feel like
that's true.
And I feel like when we're putting in these hours, it's gonna come back to us, but just in the back end. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. Man's doing all of this now, and we might not see the fruits of that until man has 100K subscribers, but it will all pay off. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, and this is the hardest part, waiting to get there.
That's it, man.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, man. There's some people it takes them about 10 years, bro.
Bruv, it might take us 10 years, fam.
10 years to literally do this 24/7, like call this an actual job, but which is a job right now. You know, I was just telling one of our patrons, Jay, we met the other day, and I was like, bruv, he was like, God, how many jobs do you guys have? Because he didn't know we do the social media, video media for the London Lions, right? And he was like, oh man, like, so how many jobs do you guys have? Like you go from your job, then you're here, and I'm like, yeah, and we're still shooting tonight. And we were supposed to go to the movies that day, and then you know, hit the HQ. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, at the same time, like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I just need to get on this plane right about now and not do anything else, fam.
I mean, I want to jump on what you're saying, innit? I and for anyone, like, most people I guess wouldn't know. But obviously, like, we make almost no money from YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? The amount of pocket change that YouTube churns out to us after WB and Disney copyright all of our videos.
Not Disney. Come on, fam.
Oh, so I didn't even mean. Did I say WB?
You said WB.
And I meant
WB
Nintendo.
is
Sorry, I meant Nintendo. I didn't mean Disney.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Look, disclaimer.
Yeah.
The cyber nerds. In fact, that was just a mistake.
Yeah, just call it a mistake,
guys.
man.
Disney, I apologize.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever copyrighted one of our videos.
No, they
but after our videos get copyright claimed, and all this other stuff, we don't make enough money to like do anything with it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that money didn't fund us getting microphones and improving the sound and all of that other stuff. So what we had to do was like try and make other avenues to fund the project in it. And obviously I played professionally for the London Lions, so we arranged a deal where we would run some of their social media, because obviously what we're doing with the cyber nerds, we've been showing that we can help. Do you know what I'm saying? In certain areas. So that brings in also a small amount of money that we try to put into the production of our videos and stuff like that. But we need, and this is why we need Patreons and everything else, because doing this full time is like, one, is tough. Two, it needs to be funded. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so long guys can do this for free and expect it to grow and grow and grow. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why the community is so important.
Listen, hard times, fam. Hard times. Like, London's one of them cities, bro. You cannot. Yeah, you need ones, fam, for sure.
Fam, do you know what?
The man needs ones, fam.
Bro, we're in London, you know, like, what? Might be the most expensive city on the planet, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
He's one of the,
Listen, guys, this is what I need you to do, yeah? Just go on your laptop and right now, Google what a studio time in London costs, yeah? Then Google what studio time in Texas costs, yeah? And tell me the difference. Throw that currency exchange on that thing and tell me the difference.
Yeah, when we're talking about properties, then fam, it's
properties. Do we want to talk about that compared to London anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, New York is crazy. Don't get me wrong. New York, Russia, they're mad. So is London. I don't think I'm talking about like house properties.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, house properties, unless you're talking about a penthouse in New York, fam, them suburb houses don't touch London houses, innit? Like,
what, $500,000?
Like, bruv, this is, bruv.
New flats. How much are new flats going for? Bruv, same money.
Bruv, these new flats, 2-bedroom, not even, bruv, I don't even call them bed. I call them boxes, fam.
There you go.
It's
same floor and everything. You want to talk about how much they go for? It's mad out here.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe man needs to move to Hollywood or something. But you touched on Patreons, and straight after January came Feb, and Joe was like, "Yo, man, it's Patreon thing. You want to talk a little bit about how you came across that?" Like, I'd heard, the thing is, I'd came across Patreons before and stuff like that, but it didn't hit me. It didn't hit me like it hit you, for you to be like, "Yo, you man, I think Patreon might be a good look to help us out, especially like we're trying to buy better equipment."
Yeah, I mean, basically I watch bare YouTube, innit? Like, bare. Like, I don't watch normal television. I watch YouTube.
Does that even exist in 2018?
It does for some, man, innit? So.
Wait, is he still on?
Yep. Is that even going to stop?
I don't know, fam.
So, like, I'm watching bare YouTube, and I've seen like a couple of the YouTubers that I follow talking about Patreon, crowdfunding, and stuff like this. And one of the reasons I was apprehensive is because all of these guys are based in the States, and like I feel like in America, like, people are more welcoming of these kind of community funded things. Like, in our community, it would be unheard of to give money to a YouTube channel that is free to help support them. In East London, that is that's crazy.
Yeah, let me just put a little background story to that. So, America is pretty much founded on entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like music, whatever sort of entertainment, America is very, very heavy. America is like the whole like a lot of the infrastructure of America, money making is entertainment. Look at sports. America has a season for every sport. Like no one else in the world does that. Like college sports, it's $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that just shows you, like, a town will fill up a football stadium, a basketball arena, more than like the Premier League. Premier League is our professional football team here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows how much people care. And those will be the same people who go to basketball, go to American football, go to hockey, go to baseball. You know what I'm saying? They've got a jersey for every sport. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's that. Wow, over here, UK, and I'm gonna give you an example. Like, so when basketball was introduced in the UK, it didn't have a good reception because it was a very aggressive game. You know, a lot of it was very physical, and coaches would shout. Now, here is a place where people play badminton, and there is no need for umpires because it's a gentleman's sport. You know what I'm saying? People, like, they have that kind of approach. So obviously anything that's not that sort of like calm, collective, and it's proper, I guess that's the right thing to say, people just don't have it. And then another thing is, London in itself, we're a tough crowd, fam. Yeah. It's a tough crowd. Yeah.
So like these were just some of the issues like I was thinking about, like, oh, is this really gonna work? Blah blah. But then, like, just going through the analytics on our website, it showed that like 80% of the people who watch our videos were not from the UK. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're in America, they're in Canada, they're in Brazil. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not near us.
48% US, 11 UK, 4.5 India. Oh, India's gone up, and Canada's gone down, 3.9 Canada, and 2.7% Brazil. Shout out to Brazilian massive.
So at the time, I was looking through this, and I was just like, look, man, well, the numbers say that most of our fan base is there, so we're just going to try this Patreon thing, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I started it, and then Patreon kind of gives you tips on how to get Patreons, and none of the tips were working. But I feel like man just kept plugging away, trying at different things. And it wasn't even till, I want to say, like,
summer?
But deep summer, like,
like
July, August.
Yeah.
It weren't till like July, August, I felt like I kind of really started not just getting the hang of it, but like understanding the kind of things that people who support us might want. Do you know what I'm saying? And then that's when we started getting a couple more Patreons, and the numbers have been going up and up and up. Like, and I just want to thank like all of you guys, because when I say you guys make this thing happen, you don't understand. Without you guys, this would be impossible. And I really appreciate every single Patreon we got. Do you know what I'm saying? No matter what tier you're on, bronze tier, platinum tier, gold tier, whatever, like, you guys are making this happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how the Patreon thing came around. And Patreon's everything, man. Patreon's everything. Like, I feel like we will go as far as the Patreons want to take us, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, if man woke up tomorrow with 2,000 Patreons, you'd watch us. Cybernerd's TV would be alive. Do you know what I'm saying? Ooh, you'd get 5 videos a day, full-time live streams, all of the stuff that every goal we wanted, we could reach. And but this is the thing: if we had, let's say, we got 2,000 Patreons, yeah.
When we get there,
yeah. No, we will get there. But I'm just saying, let's say if we woke up tomorrow and we had 2,000 Patreons, that would mean more to me than waking up tomorrow and having 100,000 subscribers. Because these Patreons, like, having 100, listen, I love you subscribers as well. Like, understand, we do the YouTube thing for free. We're giving it to you for free, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? But those 2,000 Patreons, to know that, yo, there's 2,000 people out there that can put their hand in their pocket and support us like that. 3 guys they've never met, they don't know, but we all just have common interests. That there would touch my soul, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that to me would just be everything, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? So like I said, we'll go as far as the Patreons take us in it. But I just love these, man. You get me? Shout out to you, Patreon. I could not stop talking about the Patreons. Innit? You get me?
Bro,
It's like I feel like it's my little baby, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but get me? Shout out to them, man. Still,
Alright, cool. Now, Sam, you're known as the one who doesn't.
Sam's not known. What do you mean? Sam's not known to the Patreons.
All that.
still.
So, what's your take in that? Before Joe ends up running the whole 2 hours of just talking about patrons.
But yeah, man, got a shout out to the patrons indeed. Like you got actually love these guys. Like Joe obviously touched on it quite a lot. Like the way they plug in a lot more into like what we like, what they like to see as well. They want to see it coming like full front. The way they request movie reviews, trailer reactions, like, and then obviously you've got that scale, what's bad and what's good, and they already know what we like, and they want to see us see the same joy that they're getting, like on their, like in front of their screen kind of thing. So to know wherever they are in the world, they're getting that same joy that we are. Like, I'm very thankful for that. And obviously the way, like, some of these guys is quite, like, seeing Harry, seeing Jay, saying, hey, you guys, man, you're the cyber nerds. Like, seeing that's all, like, actually touches me as well. Just, like, I've never met this guy before, but knowing that these common interests are out there, I want to see more of these guys, to be honest, man. You guys need to pop up.
Yeah, so I'm just over here. I know I'm not allowed to be on Patreon, according to... to Mr. J, I can win. So I'm just going through here, like, and I remember this particular message. I came here, and so Joe being the guardian of Patreon. So he's whenever someone becomes a patron, he interacts, says hello, thank you, blah blah, and there is and usually it's the first replies that stay stuck with me. And I remember this one particularly, and there's another one. And I'm not going to say the patron's name, but, Joe just gave him a shout, thank you for supporting us and blah, blah, blah. And her response is, happy to be a little part of your story. Like, that, that's like, like 5 words, 6 words, but it just means so much. Like, why, like, first thing is like, why us? You know what I'm saying? You could have donated your money like to anyone else. You know what I'm saying? I understand that money is actually something very serious. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to be part of our story.
I've got to stop you, yeah? Because I feel like this message here destroyed me when I got it, fam. Destroyed me. The reason it destroyed me is because this Patreon is saying you want to be a little part of our story. And I just don't think she is aware that she's a huge part of the story.
Right.
Like, you are like one of the biggest parts of the story. Like, when the book gets to the end, this won't be a chapter. Like, Patreon won't be a chapter. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It might be its own spin-off story. It might be its own book. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like, you guys are funding the dream, fam. That's what you're doing, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just mad. It's mad. And the message, when I get like, sometimes I hate reading these messages because it makes me want to work so much harder. Makes me want to go in so much deeper. Pause. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're still using that word in 2018.
Come on, man.
They still put pause and stuff.
There's a couple man out there, innit?
Oh, smart.
So. It's just mad, man. Like, it's mad. So, Patrons, I just appreciate you, man. I love getting a message, and shout out to you guys.
If you're a patron and you listen to this, which I believe you do, let us know. Let us know why us, why our journey, why you want to be part of it. Make our journey your journey. Because there's people out there. There's actually people that are patrons now who were there from the beginning. Like, I'm talking about like the first hundreds, and I guess maybe their circumstances, maybe they got to a point that was like, look, I can't keep getting free content from these guys, so I gotta help out. Just let me know, what is your deal to being part of the fam? Not just being part of the fam, but help us keep the ball rolling, making things better for us, because it is a struggle. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a mad struggle. But whenever there's messages like this, whenever there's new patrons and we interact with you and like, yeah, man, you know, I believe in you guys. You guys are doing something great. It just pushes the bar. Now, another thing is that you patrons don't know, right? Is that by helping us, obviously we have new equipment. Like most likely, we wouldn't have a podcast without the equipment, because you gotta think you gotta have 3 good mics. You've been part of our history. Like even this year, mad issues with the sound. Like if I had long hair, man wouldn't have hair right now, and if I was a parrot, I would just like get rid of all my feathers in it, because that's how annoying it was. So, but once we're able to put all these videos out back to back, and you know, it's a stress relief really, because then all we have to kind of focus is doing the videos. But then one thing you don't know is that the ripple effect of our video on other people who may not be even patrons, who are just regular watchers and listeners, and they'll message them and say, yo, I was feeling down today and your videos helped me out. I was in a bad place. I was in a dark place today. And as soon as I saw the pop-up, I came to watch you guys, and you guys made me laugh. Like, that is the powers that you're granting us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are like a source of power, really. And the more of you, the more we get stronger, the more we can, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be a community right now in the UK. We're trying to, you know, because everything is outside the UK. We also want to have a voice. There's a huge fan base of whatever happens in the US, right? So we also want to have our base, and that's what we're trying to grow. We're trying to grow our family from here and across the globe, innit? So I appreciate you, and I'm pretty sure those who watch us appreciate you too. Anyone else want to add before we're moving on to the next segment of the show?
I'm good. I've got more stuff to say about the patrons.
Go on, go on.
But it ties into something we're going to talk about a bit later, innit? So I'm going to leave that.
All right. So one thing I try to do with the stuff that we're talking about today is literally go through the topics, but these topics happened in the timeline. Like as we go through the months, these things are happening in it. And you know, I'll keep reminding you guys if there's anything I forget, I miss during that month, during that period, or close by, you know, just throw it in. So patrons happens, boom. Now meanwhile, that's been happening. So previous months, what we started doing, we started the countdown for one of, if not the most epic run ever. Am I wrong? Can I get amen?
Fam.
Can I get amen?
Fam.
I know it's not Sunday.
No. Preach.
Massive
Preach. But I wanna add to this. Like,
go on.
Like, Infinity War.
Right.
I know. Endgame's coming out, but I feel like Infinity War is maybe one of the greatest cinematic achievements ever. Tying 10 years of movies into one. Like that was the start of the culmination of 10 years of movies. So yeah, we started the countdown. So obviously we was all like, well, we want to do movie reviews. You know what I'm saying? We need to get certified as movie reviewers, and to do that, there's a certain amount of movies you got to put out a year. Right. And like, we was lost. I'll keep it 100. We was lost. We was like, where do we start? And then we was like, well, Infinity War comes out in April. We're in January. There's about 16 Marvel movies. If we drop one a week, I think it lines up perfectly. And Black Panther.
If we drop
one a week, it lines up perfectly.
Mad real.
And Black Panther drops in between this, which would make it actually perfect, fam. Right. So it was just one of those divine intervention moments where it was like, all right, you man, I got to do this, innit? Yeah. What's crazy about this is I have to go to the Commonwealth Games, like.
Yeah, but when we started, there was no Commonwealth on the table, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it was on the table because we started in January, and I'd already gone to camp in November. Remember, but I hadn't been selected.
And when did we start the Infinity War?
In January. We started in January.
The countdown? Oh, this shit? No.
was later, wasn't it?
It was 2017 we started.
No,
No.
this year.
We started in January.
Infinity
the countdown
War.
to Infinity War.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot of videos, man. I can't keep
Fam,
up.
it was
It's a lot.
January.
He actually felt like
I
it
think
was,
it was Feb, though.
It was January or
2017.
February when we started the countdown because it was legitly like 16 weeks until the movie came out. Do you know what I'm saying? Something like that, or 18, maybe something like that.
Did we stick to those 16 weeks?
Yeah,
Like back to back?
not back to back. Definitely weren't back to back. But we got they was all out before Infinity. In fact, wait. In fact, you know what? It's a lie. There's one that
One
didn't get out.
How did that happen?
But I don't know.
You lot made me sick.
Do you know
You
what-
guys
you know
had
what,
one
me,
job.
I'm gonna say while I was away in the Commonwealth Games, you man dropped the ball, fam. That's what really happened, didn't it?
So man's out there, yeah.
Fam.
come
I'm out
on,
here
say-
representing the country. You man are out here messing up the timeline on the review.
And
thing,
what
fam.
movies have we missed?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Come
2.
on, that don't count, bro.
Bro,
Listen,
don't
yeah.
count.
Listen.
They all count, man. They all
Fam,
count.
let me tell you something, yeah. Keeping it 1,000. 1,000.
Raven just didn't release the video. innit?
Fam.
That's what happened, didn't it?
It's in the
Raven
backlog
just didn't
somewhere.
release the video.
No, you know what? Yeah, like Guardians, they even become relevant until you watch Infinity War.
Oh,
So-
this disrespect.
So
Disrespect,
yeah, and
bro.
even then, those movies don't do anything towards Infinity War. But
Come-
yeah, man.
what?
But yeah, I didn't put the movie out. Yeah. It's too many videos. I need help. This is why we need patrons, man. I need help.
Fam,
How many videos are on our channel?
700.
No, right now we're sitting on 800. See, you don't even know.
No, we're not.
We're not sitting on 800.
No, we're on 7. I was just about to, because I've seen it just a minute ago. We're on like 735.
No, that's not right. I saw we was close to 800 the other day, and I was like, yeah, like the end of this week we'll have enough videos.
767 videos.
Nah, YouTube's lying to you.
Off by 30.
YouTube's
I know
lying
I've
to
seen
you.
that just a minute ago.
YouTube's
I'm not even
lying
on
to you.
YouTube to find out that stat.
YouTube, wherever they're lying to you, man.
Bro, okay.
I'm on 800. Me, like maybe the video's not out yet, but I'm on 800.
Always in the future, innit?
And
It's
you-
a DeLorean.
Fam, and you gotta think about the videos that didn't make it, fam.
R.I.P.
That hurts me, man.
R.I.P.
That actually, guys, we actually have videos recorded that didn't go out.
R.I.P. to all the fallen videos. You know what? Yeah, we don't even show enough respect to the fallen videos. You know, there's mad videos, yeah, that you record, no sound.
Ugh.
You record, Sam didn't press the record. Bro.
Technical issues, fam. Mad
So
thing.
many times these things happen, fam. It hurts your soul,
That's
fam.
true.
Wait. Let's
Yeah.
rewind that 6. How can I be standing in front of the camera and I just forget to press the record button? When did that happen? What video is that?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know, innit?
Oh no, it's because you was right there. You wasn't in the frame, so you could have
So look,
prevented the whole scenario.
now I just wanted it to just go by,
Yeah.
Okay.
but man wanted to bring it back up. Yeah,
God.
man said, "How can I be in the frame?" But not press the record button. Bruv, you weren't in the frame, fam. Guys, you know what happened to us a week ago? About a week ago.
Yeah.
Was it this week?
No, it was this week.
It was this week.
It was this week.
But obviously, this video, yeah.
We recorded the Empire Strikes Back movie review. Fam, this might have been the most fire movie review ever, yeah? Sith Temple thing.
And I don't even like that episode too.
Bruv. And everyone knows that Sam just hates Sith Temple, the show. Innit?
That is where are you getting these facts
So
from?
as he's sitting right next to the camera, he don't press the record button. Me and Raven are talking for like 25 minutes. Then he's like, "Oh, it didn't record, you know, bruv."
This is hilarious. I like these
heartbreaking.
stories.
Man almost set the HQ on fire, bruv.
Yeah, for sure. I was
It
heated,
was
fam.
mad.
I was heated. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I'm still here today because I don't even like that. Like I had to watch it again. There's actually a few Star Wars movies. Like I watched the least. I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, it's got a look in it, man. Let me go to Ray or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go watch more, man. I ain't watched more since 08. You know what I mean? I had to watch it again. Then for the thing not to the sound was recorded, but the camera wasn't. That's mad. So mad. But anyway, yeah. So we start with the
Wow, you got the sound.
MCU. Huh?
Yeah, the sound was recording.
You still got the sound.
Yeah, I still got the sound.
You got to put that out, fam.
Oh, that'll be
Podcasting, innit?
podcast. That'll
Yeah.
be
No. Yeah, but put it out on the video.
Oh, it's making an image.
Yeah, and put an image there, fam.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
'cause that,
No,
bruv,
we
that
got.
counts, bruv.
No, we got
That
the
counts.
sound.
I didn't even know you recorded the sound.
Yeah,
fam.
bruv.
That's calm.
Come
yeah,
on,
man.
G.
Yeah, bruv.
you know, we do the countdown, struggles, sounds, recording, like just the daily struggle to get this thing done. And then obviously we come up short to one video, which I don't even think it was like maybe 3 weeks ago someone realized, oh look, we didn't put out Guardians. Maybe Guardians wasn't out yet.
No, Guardians.
The second one.
The second one was out, fam.
Is the first one we didn't put out?
No, we didn't do number 2, the review.
Yeah, because maybe the movie wasn't out in Blu-ray.
It was out.
In Blu-ray.
Yes,
Are you
because
sure?
I got the pack. I've got the multi-pack, Guardians 1 and 2. We bought it for that reason.
You got the pack. I ain't got the pack. That don't count. Moving on. Boom. Infinity War happens. Which, by the way, within that time, within that time,
Yeah, I'm glad you caught yourself.
within that time, we drop the most fire, hot blue fire trailer reaction up to date. Killed the internet. Actually,
Fam.
that video actually featured in a few channels in different countries.
Let me stop you because you're being mad disrespectful.
Why am I
right
being
now,
mad
fam.
disrespectful?
What are you talking about? Infinity War.
Yeah.
What happened in February, fam?
What happened in February?
Oh my lord.
What happened in February?
Brave, in fact, I'm surprised this story's going to come up as well because you had to do a madness to get there. You know that?
What happened in February?
What's that? Is that Black Panther?
Oh, you
What
think?
happened?
You think?
But I can't, brother. I'm telling you, like, look, you guys have the
what? I want to know what we got that you don't got.
the list of what's happening today. So what was that? What? Because I was gonna say Black Panther after we mentioned the countdown.
You got to flip them two things still, fam.
No, because obviously I'm talking. Okay, so maybe all right, cool. All right.
Do you know, I hear what you're saying. The countdown leads to Infinity War,
Yeah.
fam, but man's not bypassing Black Panther, fam.
All right, cool. All right, so Black Panther. So then Black Panther happens. And then what happens, I'm going to tell you exactly, if you missed before, I'm going to tell you exactly detail by detail of how things happened for Black Panther. So, just a normal day, Raven editing videos like he does. You know, wakes up 6 a.m., boom, mashing up videos, left, right, and center. Email pops up. Infinity Wars, Black Panther, sorry. I'm like, whatever, like, but I can't help myself. I open emails like 24. I keep like, thing pops up, I open it. And I'm reading it, but it doesn't sink in. Right? Email doesn't sink in. I close the tab, man. I'm like, shut up. I got videos to do. Boom. Then I'm like, let me go look at that video again. Like, open up the video. I'm like, and I felt that it was sent to the wrong email address. Because it was like, oh, you met. It said something about meeting
Ryan Coogler
that morning. I'm like, fam, I'm at the crib mashing up videos. I didn't mean no Ryan Coogler today. But then it goes specifically into the cybernet. So I guess that person must have been like, might have been confused with someone else or something. But then it's specifically talking to the cybernets. Like they've actually called us by our name. Like Joe Raven said, I'm like, what? There's something wrong here. Like this, because they're talking about, I'm still confused. But then I noticed at the bottom, the signature. Now I've worked for Disney way back when. So I remember exactly how the email signatures come. So I'm like, yo fam, this is legit. At that point, fam, I'm hot, I'm sweating. I'm like, fam, this better not be a prank. I'm talking to myself. I'm in the HQ by myself. I'm talking to myself, yo, someone's pranking me. Like, yo, no, like, I'm arguing like there's someone here. Pick up the phone. Call Joe. Joe's not answering the phone.
I'm at basketball practice right now, training.
I'm mashing up the keyboard, sending message in the group. You, man, look at this email, blah, 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 blah. Call Sam. Sam don't answer his phone.
No?
Call Joe again. Now, the first time I called, you didn't pick up the phone. I think you picked up the phone like second time or third time or something. I'm screaming at this man's here. He's like, fam, calm down. What's going on? Have you seen the email? No, I just finished practice. Fam, bond practice. You need to look at this email. And I'm still shouting. I'm just rumbling like, drop everything. Like, it was just the whole... I feel just when he dropped for me, it was just mad. Like, I got hot, I got the sweats. There's no one here to back me up to verify if this thing is properly. Then I don't know who answered me first. Was it you, Sam, or Joe?
It was me, fam.
You.
So my phone, I get to my phone, like training's just finished. Pick up my phone, and I got a missed call from Raven. Normal. He's usually calling me to cry about videos and that. And then, but I'd answered the phone straight away. Like I hear it ringing, and he's screaming. I'm like, fam, like, yo, like what? Read the email. So I go and read the email. Now, you guys watch trailer reactions, innit? You saw when Raven broke the sofa. I was there.
Wow.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when I read can I finish my story, please? Let me finish my story. Please. So,
make me sick.
So when I actually read the email, I start screaming and running. Like, I'm in basketball practice, in the middle of basketball practice. Well, not, basketball practice is over, but everyone's still there. Like, I'm in with my teammates group. I start screaming and just run up and down. I'm thinking, my 12 teammates right now, my 5 coaches are looking at me as the captain and like, what's happening to this dude, fam? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm running up and down. Then I'm like, yo, like, I'm going to watch Black Panther, premiere, fam. These man were salty, bro. They were hot, fam. They were like, you got to see, like, bro, they were gassed for me.
Yeah.
But man were like, I want to go watch Black Panther. What, you man got extra tickets? Bro, I just start screaming. I was running up and down for like 10 minutes, fam. Whole day just changed. There, boom. Like, it was mad. It was a whole mad thing. I think I called the woman. The person who emailed us, I had called them back, spoke, and just verified everything that was going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, the email did say our names. It was addressed to us, but there was some confusion in some of the email.
Yeah, the first top part.
So I feel like she had just made a clerical mistake and had meant to send like that first part to someone else. But bro, it was a whole madness, bro.
So Sam, how did you get the news? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I think it was through yourself.
So you did answer my phone?
Yeah, I eventually answered the phone. And I think I must have read the message. It must have been messages in the group or something. That's when I read the email. And that's when you called back. And you was like, Sam, like, you got to get out of a certain place ASAP. And for me, it just felt like Mission Impossible. I didn't know how I was going to do it on the dot. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I looked at the email myself.
The man just dodged the
like Sam was at one of his secret hentai parties.
Man said I was in the situation. I had to get out. Fam,
I had to get out, man.
That sounds mad suspect to me right now, bro.
Everything to you guys sounds mad suspect from me, but it's cool though. It's all right. But I didn't know how I was gonna do this whole situation because usually I need like 24 hours notice. This had to happen in 10 minutes. I was in central London. I think what time was it? It was like what 3 p.m. or something like 1 p.m.
No, it was like
midday.
Yeah, it was like
midday.
1 p.m.
It was like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
It was like 1 p.m. when you had to get out.
Yeah. So I was about to take my lunch, and then I was like, that ain't gonna happen. So I just had to say, you know what, family emergency, which is actually kind of true when you think about it.
TCN fam emergency. So TCN fam emergency. I'm out.
I had to pull the most like sickest face. Like I don't even go acting in school, but this wasn't acting in it. Like the expression I had in my face was like, I need to get out of here.
Wow,
my mind
it's
was
real
like,
life though. Man's not
exactly.
acting. It's real life.
I wasn't acting at all. I wasn't telling no lies. Family emergency. I need to be out. Man, just like, you know, all right, cool. I can see you a bit worried in your face. You gotta go. I wasn't just walking out the door. I packed my bags, packed my laptop. I ran out of central London so fast. You might as well call me the Flash, innit?
Where did the shit you man went shopping still?
It was mad, fam.
Had to.
Basically, I'm like, yo, man's going to the premiere. So I need some old fresh things, innit? I need some fresh garms. I need to come correct. You get me? So I think I waited for Sam. Or you link me in Galleons?
Yeah.
So
where you at, Sam?
Huh?
You said, where are you at? I was
Yeah.
I went to Galleons.
Yeah. So man came, linked me, went and did the shopping thing, got some couple garms, picked up. Man got back to the crib, fresh, spiffy and that, got ready. Raven, where was you this whole time?
Oh my Lord.
Where was Raven though?
I end up having the most. I can't even put the words out. So it's a Wednesday. Wednesdays. So I run a basketball academy. Wednesdays the days the kids play game. Now I found myself in a tight situation because obviously I can't like, you can't really cancel the game because kids been working hard, you know, the whole week. preparation for the game, I feel that would be messed up. At the same time, obviously I gotta be professional about it. At the same time, I'm like, yo, Disney just hit you up. They just said the Cybernerds individuals' names. People are watching. Like, this is not, obviously, at this point, I'm thinking ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking more than don't get me wrong, Black Panther, man, is mad hype for it. Been hype for it. We did the trailers, mad thing, like top 5 on our channel. But at the same time, yo, like big boy company like Disney, watching, man. You know what I'm saying? And which we had been preaching about it. Be like, yo, like, I know no one's hitting us up, but you know people are watching us. Like, we've been saying this like for a while now. But calm. So now, but I also think, oh, you know what? It's gonna be fine. Like, game is at 4. You know, the premiere is like 6-ish. It's calm. I'll just take all my gums, go to the game. Now, my thing is, I'm thinking the game is in Southeast because of the name of the particular school we're going to. So I'm like, it's calm, man. Then man can just jump on, you know, I don't know, like a Jubilee line or something, jet off. And at this time, I'm also thinking it's in Leicester Square. No. All the way in Hammersmith, Apollo, mad thing across the city from us. Calm. All right. So now I get on the coach. I'm keeping my composure, you know. I'm the coach, you know. Coach can't be gassed like that. Gotta be professional, got a game to win, blah, blah, blah. Get on the coach. Now I see my guy starting to take the A13 towards, what do you call it? Kent. What's that bridge that you go over? Dartford. I'm like,
the A13 is a highway.
Where?
Anyone locked in.
Yeah, like it's a motorway highway. So I'm asking, yo, like, so where is this address? And he's like, oh, it's in Kent. I said, Kent? I said, no, that's impossible. Look at it again. He said, no. I'm from around these areas. I know that school. My kids go to that school. I'm like, I'm about to miss Black Panther. Because what happens in Dartford, as soon as it hits 4:00, traffic, you have at least an hour traffic there to go across the bridge, let alone to get over the A13 back to the ends, innit? Like, so now, stress, fam. Stress the whole game. Stress trying to coach the game, like just trying to put the things aside. I'm like, the one thing I don't do when I'm in the game is I don't look at my phone, innit? Like, so I'm just plugged into the game. But there's sign inside telling me, look at the phone, don't look at the phone. Cool, I managed not to look at the phone. Soon as the game ended, fam. Oh, which by the way, I had some kids. So obviously the game was an intensive game. I'm over there shouting, doing my coaching thing. And then at the end of the game, there's 3 kids. One, you know, when they're bumping each other, like, yeah, you go. And he's like, Cybernerds. And I had like a frown. As soon as they said, I started smiling. I said, yeah, man, one. And he's like, oh, man, I thought he was going to shout at me, you know, he'd been shouting the whole game. And I was like, nah, it's cool, blah, blah. Ran to the change rooms, fam. You know when, do you guys remember when Clark Kent used to go into the phone booth, fam? Yeah. Exactly like that, fam. Came, brother, I gave my bag to one of the players. My bag had all sorts of, like, stuff, like, cost quite a lot of money. I was like, yo, you lose that, fam, it's peak for you. Like, you're out of the academy. I was just inside like that. Bruv, jumped on this train. Now, I'm in shoes, sprinting down this hill, trying to catch this. I've got 32 seconds to catch this train. On a sprinting thing, fam. Like, mad. Get to London, racing across Waterloo, get on the thing, make it to the thing just in time.
And while this is all happening, me and Mr. Blitztech are at the premiere, drinking JD Cokes, you know, rubbing shoulders with a couple celebs and that, you get me, chilling. Okay. I'm looking.
I didn't even get to do that.
I'm looking at my watch like, Geek Sensei is really about to miss the European premiere of Black Panther, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? I would. The thing is, usually I'd be laughing at this scenario like, ha 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 ha. But this was so peak because I feel like this was such a monumental moment for us, because I feel like the Black Panther trailer reaction, like, I want to say, it was our first trailer that blew. And when I say blew, I mean 100,000 views. Do you know what I'm saying? It hit 100,000 views and went past that. So I was just like, yo, this is a big thing. And we was getting recognized by Disney and all these, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was so stressed that he was going to miss it. When man showed up, fam, it just ended up being like one of the best evenings ever, fam. Like, that's when I'm like, I didn't have the realization then, but that was one of those moments where you haven't got 100,000 subscribers, you don't have 2,000 Patreons, fam, but this is satisfying, fam, to know that there's people out there watching you, they're appreciating what you're doing, and they gave you just a little thing back, just to say, yo, keep pushing, don't stop,
for sure.
And this is just the next thing. I'm about to get all onto my motivational stuff right now. It's
go on in.
Guys, listen, yeah. No matter what you're doing, yeah, one, give 100% effort into it, yeah, because you definitely don't know what opportunity is right there, right? Like, there could be an opportunity just waiting for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give everything you've got all the time, man. Just go in.
Cool.
Black Panther thing was mad.
It was a mad thing.
Shout out to everyone who was there, innit?
Shout out to Disney.
And after the viewing, we had people coming up to us. Oh, you guys are the cyber nerds. I watched your trailer reaction. Blah, blah, all of that, fam. It was mad, fam.
It did happen. I'm over here acting like they didn't happen. Like,
nah, bro. You can act cool. I won't. Fam, man goes to the European premiere. There's people coming up to us. Bro, Michael B. Jordan standing over there. There's people coming up to us saying, you, man, are the cyber nerds. Are you mad?
I ain't gonna lie, fam. I felt some type of way my guy didn't come to us, innit? I was like, yo, come on, you're not watching our channel, fam. You're missing.
Man watched it, bro. They watched the trailer reaction for sure. Man, there's no way they didn't, fam. Are you mad? 100%, fam.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, so that night ended up on a high, and things just moved on from that. All right, so now, I guess Infinity War drops.
Yeah, fam, go ahead.
We did the trailer. Also, what our number one Infinity War trailer reaction came after Black Panther.
Yeah. Bro, Black Panther came in
Feb.
No, the movie came out in Feb.
Yeah.
We did the trailer before then. Yeah. And broke the sofa.
You broke the sofa, yeah. Go on.
You broke the sofa, then we got a new sofa.
Right.
And that the day we got the new sofa was the day the Infinity War trailer dropped.
Really?
And that was the first video we ever did on a new sofa.
Wow. So that explains why it's the number one. It's got almost 1 million views.
Fam. It's not almost got 1 million views. Guys, go out there and share it. We're not close enough.
And speaking of the sofa, how's the sofa doing, man?
The sofa is, stress, struggles, and heartache, fam.
You know what?
I've been out here, yeah. Bruv, I've been out here trying to get us like a sofa deal with some companies, fam, because I feel like we beat these sofas up, fam. And if the right company came and was like, listen, guys, we'll give you a sofa every year or every 6 months, bro. We could be the real testers of sofas, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Man will be out here beating these sofas up, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why we need more Patreons, fam. We need another new sofa. Hazel, I don't know how much longer Hazel could survive.
I ain't gonna lie, fam. You know what? What we should have done, yeah, is done a before and after shot of the sofa, fam. Because you and Sam been violating that sofa, bro, big time.
I just sit on it. That's what I do.
Jumping, Sam's with his hand gestures, shoving from side to side. Joe with his feet up.
Wow.
You guys be doing a lot for the grime scene with that sofa, fam. I ain't gonna lie.
It's mad comfortable still, though. Love it.
You know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The seat in the area, like the what do you call that? What you're sitting on?
Cushion?
The cushion bit, the back bit, is pretty much dead, fam. Because it dips now. It dips.
Bro, imprinting that.
Yo, fam, that we're about to start having bad backs, fam. Like sitting on that thing for too long, like it's bad. I'm glad we don't have to do this podcast sitting on that, bro. Because otherwise our backs would be mashed up, innit? So what was it? What's the name of the company that does sofas, fam? DFS. You're hearing it. You know what to do, fam. So it's a nice brownie sofa, innit? Still, all right, cool. Then with that, as the year goes on, we add more shows. We're like, cool. We've learned, we need to push more content out. we're starting to get Patreons. We need to fill up the gaps where they can get more in it. Like, obviously you're helping us out, but at the same time, yeah, you're giving to help us out, but we just want to be like, okay, now we're taking it, but what else? Like, because we're getting help now you got to do more because you got the patrons on your back, innit? So now Nerd Banter drops. Who wants to give a brief
I want to give
description of Nerd Banter?
I want to give a brief description about Nerd Banter. I want to talk about the need to bring in more content. Like,
okay.
So I think 2018 was a year where we like really, really found ourselves and have defined what our channel is. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, we kind of narrowed it down, and I feel like this made the shows that we picked easy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we was like, look, we're reviewing movies, innit? We're not just reviewing the Spider-Mans and the Supermans. We're gonna review all movies like that we like, some movies that Patreons request, and we're gonna like movies that we feel like fit our culture and represent what we're about. Do you know what I'm saying? So we started reviewing way more movies, and then that kind of led into like, well, we need shows, we need opportunities to talk about these things when we're not in trailer reactions. And also this comes back to like the copyright claim stuff. Like, for us to be successful on YouTube, we need to produce original content that can't be copyright claimed. And this is what I'm saying, like, guys, for like, I really appreciate all the viewers who listen to or watch Nerd Banter, listen to the podcast, because watching those shows supports us way more than watching a trailer reaction. And that's not me saying don't watch a trailer reaction, but you've got to support our original produced content, because that can take us to the next level. Do you get what I'm saying? So even if you're not a patron, you can help just by being that one extra view on the podcast, or that one extra view on a mailbag or a Nerd Banter.
To be honest, that's how this all started in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, Nerd Banter. So Sam, can you give us a brief description of Nerd Banter?
So Nerd Banter, we both have a topic each, bringing our own flavour of what we want to discuss. We do comments of the week, so we see what you guys are saying on previous videos, trailer reactions, reviews. We see all of the funny stuff, what you guys got to say. Obviously, we thank the Patreons, got to thank them. Suppose I have no respect for you lot, but I have a lot of respect. And
You sound like Trump.
Trump.
You know what I said? It was very good.
Is that what you said?
Good meeting. Good. I have a lot of respect. A lot of respect.
I don't know what I remember him just saying stuff like China, just a lot, but that's Trump for you, isn't it? But yeah, so bringing our flavour, seeing what we've got to discuss for the week.
Calm. All right. And
The Sabiners do not promote Donald Trump or
Political views?
yeah.
no, man, it's gotta have political views.
The Cyber Nerds did not promote Donald Trump.
There you go.
That was
That's
the
it.
disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer.
That was the disclaimer. I didn't say anything more.
Yeah,
Someone tried to add on to
Sam's
my
trying to add
disclaimer,
to your it's your disclaimer, but
and
you know,
I was just making it clear. The
man's trying to
Cyber
come for
Nerds
your job, you know.
do not promote Donald Trump.
So yeah, so pretty much, Cyber Nerds started with something similar like Nerd Banter. Obviously, right now you have 3 guys. Before you was like, well, I don't know, like 50 people ranting about something, a specific topic that someone dropped that specific day, week, and that topic would go on for weeks. Arguments, heated beef, all sorts. So now we have Nerd Banter, which would last about 50 minutes.
Yeah, Nerd Banter is usually like 40 minutes to an hour. Do you know what I'm saying? We like to 45 minutes is ideal, but you know what I'm saying, it gets peak at times.
It gets real peak with the banter. And how do we even come up with the name Nerd Banter? Like, I know, like, here's the thing, guys. Whenever we do something, and I take a lot of blame for this, because I OD on a lot of stuff, like whenever it comes to content and producing and feathering, according to Joe. So, like, how many names do we even come before we came to Nerd Banter?
Bear.
Excuse me.
Like, I think there was...
Do you even remember any of them?
And this is the thing, like, don't ask me questions like this, because it's like... man's process of going through any little thing is so rigorous, guys.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
when you see a thumbnail, yeah, like one thumbnail, understand that we probably argued over that for one thumbnail for like a week. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's just a normal thumbnail. I'm not talking about the thumbnail that defines the show. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we go back and forwards on these things. But I just remember arguing about the Nerd Banter name for ages, and then being like, it's Nerd Banter, innit? I feel like it just came, and I think as soon as we heard it, we was like, oh yeah, that's it. It makes sense.
Yeah. Like, just it's things that are simple that, you know, these two just don't make it easy on my life, innit? Nerd Banter drops. Mailbag drops. And Mailbag felt like I was actually very excited for Mailbag because it was more on the limelight for the fam, because we were taking your questions, and based on your questions, that's how the show would run. You know what I'm saying? Like, the better the question was, the more intriguing it was, the more like whatever it caused, the friction it would cause between us or in the comments, because a lot of the comments, came back with it. And I was like, yeah, man, I loved Mailbag. Like, it was just like, yeah, like this is you, like, this is your show. Just
Fam,
being on it.
No, fam. I hear that because I feel like, not just with Mailbag, but I feel like anything where we get to interact with subscribers, Patreons, and all of that, that is always the best thing. Like, even in Nerd Banter is great. The best part of Nerd Banter for me is always the comments part, fam. When we're reading comments, whether they're good, people trolling, people being mean to us or whatever, I always find that when we're interacting with the subscribers and the Patreons or whatever, that's always the most fun for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're, like you were saying, this all started with us with having a Facebook group, all of us arguing about stuff, blah 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 blah, and that was the core. That was the mission statement in creating the Cyberners, to create a community. So anytime I get to, you know what I'm saying, engage with you guys is always the best. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, arguing with someone about Man of Steel in 2018 is more exciting to me than talking about whatever just the new movie news was, just to talk about it because it's just a new movie news. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like.
And you know what? And I'm glad that we never took that approach. Everybody agreed that we wouldn't be those guys like reporting news. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's a lot of channels out there that report the news and still have their shows, but we just talk about the news. Like, we don't come in like, breaking news, this is out.
Yeah, I want to jump on that because I feel like it's funny because sometimes we will talk about something that is a rumor or just speculation, fam. And people will be like, this isn't even official. How are you guys making a video? And I'm like, yo, one, you don't understand how our channel works. Our channel is about talking about nerdy stuff. Speculation, confirmed, official, unofficial. It don't matter. It does not matter. Our channel was built on three nerds sitting down and talking about whatever they want to talk about that day. Like, if we want to talk about Batman 89, that's what we're talking about, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter if Infinity War just cast a new villain that day. If that's what we're talking about, that's what we're talking about, because that's what real nerds actually do. Do you know what I'm saying? Every day they're not always talking about the hot topic, fam. Man, I'm still arguing about who would win out of Hulk and Superman, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I love about it, fam. Like, it's timeless because these conversations will continue to happen forever. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right. With that, and this one's actually sick. The podcast. Now, 2 days ago, maybe 3, editing, message pops up, comment. Someone, and I don't know if you guys saw it, went all the way back.
Oh yeah.
The way back.
I've got to stop you right now, yeah. Firstly, don't ever be that disrespectful again about I don't know if you man saw it.
I don't know. Sometimes the thing skips.
Address your comment to Sam, not me.
Why
I see. Cause I'm saying to you because I see all and know. That's it. So there's only one person you can ask the question to, fam. I see and
you
know
know
all.
what? There is no question. There's no question.
Thank you. Put respect on my name, innit?
Bro, you don't even respect the damn self, man.
Fam, that don't mean that you can't. You should disrespect me, fam.
So there's a comment on, I think, our second video, like our second ever YouTube video. Now, our first videos, maybe like first 3-4 videos, are all podcast format. There's one is a video, but then the rest all like, that's how our show started, was like podcast format. And podcast is just lit, fam. Now, before we talk about podcast, let's hear Joe talk about how we got to podcast, because Joe was on a madness to go on the radio, innit? Bear in mind, we have no pockets. So I don't know what this guy was trying to do here. Maybe he had, I don't know, a contingency plan to rob a bank or something to fund us going to a radio. I'm about to get hit with a disclaimer. I'm pretty sure of it.
The Cybermen do not promote theft, robbery, or stealing of any kind.
There you go. All right. So, yeah, go ahead and explain your thoughts of process.
So basically, what happened was, through playing professional basketball, blah, 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 I've been on radio shows a lot, fam. And it's just lit, fam. It's so fun. It's so amazing. And I felt like from what we had been doing, do you know what I'm saying, from the Facebook stuff and all of this stuff, that it was just the best format for us to talk. Do you know what I'm saying? So there was this East London radio station. I think they're called East London Sports Radio. Shout out to them, man. If you're listening, appreciate you guys. We was going over to there. Like I was going over to there like a couple times a year and doing interviews for my team. And I just thought that it would be a great idea for us to take it there. Like why not try and get on the radio? I know there's probably not. There's not even people like us on YouTube. So definitely there's not people like us on the radio. And this was such a local radio station that I thought it could be plausible. And also to your fact that, no, we didn't have funding for it. But what usually happens with us is, if man's going to set a goal to do something, man would do it. So I'd never think about the financial costs. I'd think about what we'd gain from it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the necessary sacrifices to do that would have occurred. But these man shut it down, innit? We'll keep it 100. These man outvoted me and deaded the whole radio station thing. But I feel like I won anyway, because if you come to HQ right now, it looks mad like a radio station. Yeah, you get me?
Setup, that's what the
It
setup
looks a
is.
lot like a radio station. Do you know what I'm saying? A low budget one, but it looks like a radio
Gets the
station.
job done.
So you
Gets
get
the
me?
job done.
So that's my whole radio station thing. And
Yeah.
I'm not done with a radio station.
No. Like,
imagine so.
you know what? Like, bruv, you don't even need, bruv, this will be the radio station. You know what I'm saying? This will be everything when we get there. But, you know, the thing is, yeah, the way I see our partnerships, yeah, like within us three, the first rule to me is not to say no. And you know, like, how many times have I said no? Like, unless I'm tired and I've been sitting here mashing up videos for like 20 hours, I'm always like, sometimes I'll think about it, and I'll you know, because I always like to see people's views in it. Like, obviously there's 3 of us, and you know, when we trust each other's judgments, like, I don't think any of you will ever come to the table and be like, we'll propose something that's gonna damage us, innit? And I'm always the first person. I say yeah to everything. Like, I obviously have to think about it, because, you know, you can't just say yeah, be a yes man, and then, you know, waste your time and everything like that. But like, I was really, really worried about, like, yo, because here's the thing with us. If we say yes to something, we're going in. We go in, like, and when we go in, fam, if you have to get 45 minutes sleep before you go to work, because the night before you was mashing up, you was pulling graveyard shift, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I was like, right, like, we're already doing so much and gaining so little, and now we want to, like, even push even further without even receiving anything back. That's where I was coming from, innit? But But I've been in the radio with you plenty of times, and I know the setup. I know how lit it is in that environment, you know, being there talking about topics in it. And this is how, you know, our first video was podcast. So yeah, man, got shut down, unfortunately, innit? But guys, listen, if you want Joe to have a radio session, 1, become a patron. 2, jump in the comment section below and let us know you want a radio show. There you go. And that's how it gets done. Because then 2 guys get outvoted by the whole 5 minute, and Joe will be a happy guy and he will stop giving me a hard time.
The thing about the whole radio thing is, like, I'm cool. Listen, where we're at right now, I'm fine in it, because what we're doing is right now is currently better than the radio, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, radio, you do your thing, you're off for the hour. But like now we're dictating, and this is what it's all about. We're dictating the content that we get to put out and how long it is, what kind of format it comes. Does it have ads? Does it not have ads? That's up to us. And that's what I want more than just to be on the radio. Creative control over everything and the ability to put out videos whenever we want. And this is why support and patrons are so important, because we could get to a scenario where we get to put video format and videos out every day, audio videos out every day, live stream shows, live stream gameplay every day. That is something that can be tangible. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with the help of supporters and everything else that we're doing, like, that's what we should all be building towards. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, doing this full time. I just call it Cyber Nerd TV, in it, where it's just like you can at any time you can watch Cyber Nerds at any time.
Now, podcast. So every week is someone's turn. And Sam, how is it? How's your typical day when you're running a podcast?
My typical day running a podcast, I would say it's a bit manic.
A bit?
Yeah, just a bit manic. More on the mayhem side.
So you're the guy who just like
causes the chaotic
right
madness that ensues on my podcast, unfortunately. So, but I guess someone has to bring the thunder, right?
I don't know. I mean,
I've got no clue what he just said at all. What is that? What is that?
Is it the braces, or you don't actually know what I'm saying?
Like I don't know what I heard all the words you said. I don't know what it meant though. What did it mean?
Like, I don't know. It's a bit more, I don't know, chaotic than usual. Obviously, you got banter on our usual podcast. Sometimes it's just a bit straightforward, just a conversation. But
yeah, but why is it you when you're hosting?
I don't know.
A bit more?
That's a very good question, but I just bring the podcast. I just bring the topics, and for some odd reason,
half the topics.
Fam,
half.
For some odd reason, it just goes off on a tangent.
I'm pretty sure the previous episode 18, there was like missing information. Like throughout the topic, man was out here
still the topic though, right?
Still researching.
That's
like,
what happens, isn't it?
I don't know, fam. I don't know.
It just happens, isn't it?
I'm just trying my hardest and just not to pepper anything. I'm just trying to be quiet.
Oh, you're just what? Is it because it's near Christmas time, so you're trying to be nice?
It's near Christmas, fam. This guy just don't prepare for the podcast, fam. Yo, just take 35 minutes out your day to sit down and be like, I want to talk about this, this, and this, and then look and research the thing, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? The reason it frustrates me is because, bruv, I'll be trying to pepper the ting, fam. Like, when it's my week to do the podcast, fam, I'm sitting down, I'm taking time, I'm thinking about it. I'm going into the order of it, how it flows into this, do you know what I'm saying, fam? Like, I take real care. So when I see man just rolling up 10 minutes before the podcast and scribbling down some stuff, fam, makes me want to throw up myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what is your process? So I've heard Joe's process, and that's actually quite interesting because we actually never spoken about our approach to the show. What is your approach, Sam?
My approach?
You said Sam.
Sam,
yeah. Making sure, yeah. My approach to the show, obviously I want to like go into topics that I want to talk about. No matter how recent or how old they are, I bring them up. Obviously, I'm like quite the gamer guy, so that's the kind of stuff that goes in my news feed, and I'm like, okay, I want to see what your guys' views, wherever it may be, whether it may be Soldier Boy or like a Sonic poster that just looks completely and utter wrong. And And yeah, mainly like I want to bring this news and see what you guys' views on like the topics in it, because it's always interesting to me. That's the thing.
No, I can definitely appreciate the gaming side, because obviously majority of the times I have no idea what you guys talking about. But I can say though, throughout the shows, that my level of knowledge in gaming has improved like quite a bit in it. So obviously when you guys talking about like certain things, there's certain words as well that you guys be talking. I was like, what does that even mean? You know. But now I get it. So no, I actually do appreciate when you come with the gaming side in it. Joe, you sound like you wanna add your.
No,
besides calling man fraud.
I just wanted to call man a fraud, but I do some other stuff.
Like,
I feel like when it comes to my approach, it's like I try to get. It depends on what the topic is. Like, so sometimes we will pick the topic together. Like, oh, the topic's gonna be Black Panther. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I'll go and find out like either engaging questions that I feel like might catch man out, that I might not think. Like one of my favorite podcasts was Enter the Black Panther. What we done, I think a couple weeks after, or maybe the week after Black Panther came out, and it was like 8 questions on what Black Panther leads to, and I felt like they were all kind of questions that guys hadn't thought about after the movie and stuff like that, and I felt like it brought on some engaging conversation, talking points and stuff like that, and that's really what I try to get to. I try to put guys into scenarios to kind of like pit them against each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fire starter.
Bro. And like another podcast that I really liked as well is when we was I think I led that one as well, where we was recasting the X-Men.
Yeah.
Fam.
Yeah.
That was one of the best podcasts for me personally. But when I say one of the best, I don't mean it was like the best podcast. I mean the engagement. Right. I remember having fun arguing with man about him saying
Donnie Yen.
Yeah, Donnie Yen should be Magneto or something. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Giving it to
Joaquin Phoenix being
Professor Xavier, yeah, bro. So like when like that's the kind of thing that I try to go for when I'm bringing a podcast together. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's super cool. Like guys, by the way, jump in the comment section below and let us know what is your favorite podcast, why, who's your favorite person leading the podcast. State your reasons why. Is it because you like to see us beef? Is it because you like to see Sam, crashing and burning the set? Jeez. My sets now. Is the thing. Have you guys noticed that obviously we have personalities and our topics, but like you said, like you like to pit one against the other, like and because you're quite an argumentative guy.
Well, listen, I'm not argumentative, fam.
No, it's like that's.
I listen.
Like you'd be a good politician.
I like debate. I like conversation. Yeah, but don't say like argumentative has a negative connotation with it, fam.
2018.
No, I'm not talking about for 2000. I'm talking about for
okay, so
if you was describing someone, you said, oh, they was argumentative. You'd be like that person
keeps arguing. Like,
bro. I don't like arguing. I like debate.
Okay.
I like people explaining and like deep explanation of why you're correct and why I'm just off the ball right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
In other words, Joe's a politician. Well, my approach is always like the depth. Like I always go into depth of conversations. Like when we're talking about, whether it's Black Panther, like dissecting the whole thing and looking and that just shows that I feel that my mindset is more Marvel, like the whole structure of Marvel. And you're like more DC, just out here, pit like injustice thing, innit? Like just like no, but that's the way I'm reading things. Like you know what I'm saying.
When you saved it when you said injustice, fam, because I thought you was talking. In fact, I guess Sam's more DCEU, innit?
Why am I DCEU?
Because that makes sense. Because from his analogy,
nope.
The reason from his analogy, you're DCEU because. He's Marvel, where it's about structure and weaving all these things together in a piece and whatever depth and all that sense.
No, 1,000%.
Bruce Lee, get me? I hear that. Yeah. And then he said, "I'm like injustice," which is flipping the script, conflict, taking this thing and throwing it against the wall and see what you know. What I'm saying that conflict. Right. And your DCEU, which is scrambling, panic. Reactive, bro.
What scrambling panic?
Listen, I got
man. You already said, guys. Please timestamp when Sam said, "Oh, it's a bit manic when I do the podcast."
Yeah, that's not scrambling panic, though, is it?
Manic, panic. scrambling, fam. Wow.
No way,
on,
like,
G.
What do you think
Anarchy.
people do when they're panicking, fam? Do you think they're calm and collective?
Fam, they're manic. They're scrambling.
But I'm not the one causing that though. That's what I'm trying to say, isn't it?
So you're set.
So now it's our fault. You come to the set unprepared.
And this is what's mad, yeah. This is what Sam has been doing. I don't know if it's just recently that I've picked up on it, but when things start going wrong because he's unprepared, he starts trying to make it seem like it's our fault. Like, what do you mean? Like when I'm running a podcast, you might interrupt me, fam. I flow with it. This is what it is.
That is what it is.
Bro,
I'm not good with interruptions, isn't it? I'm not very good with that.
Do your DCEU thing, bro. You get me, fam. Your next podcast better be Aquaman and save it, fam.
Probably won't be, there's no way.
Oh my god, I love it.
Injustice.
I love it. But yeah, so this is why you've got banter in it like 24/7. I think some time ago, someone was like, "Do you guys have a script or something, fam?" Like,
What's that?
Our life is the script, fam. Like, just going off the bat, and like we just bring the topic and then just go with the flow in it. But all right, cool. So moving on from the shows have been lit. You guys been amazing at the shows, engaging with the shows. Even some of you have actually sent us messages, proposing like ideas, changes, making things better. We do appreciate that. A lot of the time, actually, I think you sent out a message to the patrons asking for ideas and what can we improve and changes.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I try to do with the Patreons is they're not like, there's rewards that they get for being Patreons on whatever tier they're on. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. Yeah. But to me, they are literally an extension of us. Like, so when I have an idea, like, let's do a new show and it should be like this, and this. I give it to the patrons and I'm like, yo, guys, what do you think of this? Do you think this would work? Do you not think this would work? And this is how Mailbag actually started. I mean, I think if you go back into Patreon, I dropped a poll in Patreon saying, we're thinking about adding another show. Should we do a Q&A show or should we add another episode of Nerd Banter every time? Do you know what I'm saying? So should we go to 2 Nerd Banters a week or a month? Or should we go to a Mailbag? And everyone was like, Mailbag. It destroyed. And then from the back of that, the Mailbag show was started. Do you get what I'm saying? So I go to the patrons all the time for their feedback. Sometimes they come to me and they're like, oh, you guys should try this and this. Try it, it works. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if it can be integrated, then we would do it. Do you know what I'm saying? There's some things that the patrons do ask us to do, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I can do that. And there's one thing that I'm going to actually bring up. So one of our patrons was like, oh, I watch other YouTube channels and like, they've got like lots of memorabilia. They'll have like, superhero posters on the walls or cuddly toys and stuff like that. And they was like, why don't you guys do that? And I think it's something we had spoken about before. And even at one point, I feel like we had tried something like that. But I mean, I felt like we just felt at one point that it wasn't us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right now, that's not us.
Yeah, right now, that wasn't us. It wasn't authentic to what we would, to us at the time. So I had to be like, no, we can't do this. But it's not something that we might not revisit. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, if we had a studio, like a studio,
then you have the space for it.
You have the space, you have the time. Do you know what I'm saying? You can sit up properly, but that's not what we're working with right now.
The day we have the studio, that's going to be the best looking studio you ever see in your life.
Get me? So
telling you, it's going to be a madness.
It's one of those things. We're still growing.
That's it. All right. So now we're going into like towards summer. By the way, between, Infinity War, like spring, summer, did I miss anything? Or we can just keep rolling before someone be like, you're being mad disrespectful. Can we go into summer?
I mean, it depends. Nah, man. I don't think so. Do you know what I'm saying? If we're talking about big landmarks, you know what I'm saying? Black Panther, Infinity War.
We already spoke about those.
Yeah. We're good, fam.
So we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So now the next big thing that happened to us, we got to meet someone who, until the day we met her, it was always baffling to me. Her and some other people who are very successful in what they're doing to co-sign us, to talk to us, to help us when they didn't help, like they didn't even have to. You know what I'm saying? These are super busy people with tons of responsibilities, with projects, like sick projects. And we got to meet the one and only Vanessa Marshall. She came to the UK. We drove to Manny. That's Manchester for those who don't know. That's like what, like how many hours? 4 hours drive. And we got to meet her. Like, what was your thought process actually on the way there, Joe? By the way, this was a trip that only me and Joe made.
I can't talk about my thought process on the way there, but I was just gassed the whole time, innit? Like, I was gassed from when she said, she was going to be in the UK and like we should go buck her and stuff like that. Buck means the Urban Dictionary to meet, hang out. So to meet her and stuff like that. So I thought, bruv, I was just gassed about the whole scenario, fam, because it's like, I just believe in stuff like this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe like the energy that we was putting out in some of the content that she was in our Sith Temple, Star Wars Rebels episode reactions and stuff like that. She saw that, she felt the energy, she felt that we was like-minded people, and then that built up into a relationship where we're meeting when she flies over here to the UK. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like she felt our energy, we felt her energy, and like she said it to us. I think in one of her first messages, she's like, "You guys are fam," like. And that's what it is, like we're all a family. Doesn't matter where she's from, doesn't matter how many shows she's been in or whatever she's done, like, do you know what I'm saying? And I love that she's such a down to earth and real person. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was gassed the whole time. I didn't even believe it the whole time. Like, I still, even when I met her, I felt like a little kid inside. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was mad, bro.
Yeah. Like me, I'm one of those people who I've met people. I've had lunch with, you know, like people in the NBA, and I didn't feel any type of way, you know. I've rubbed shoulders with Scottie Pippen. This was a man I grew up watching playing basketball. Doesn't tickle me. I'm literally the type of person, I don't do celebrities. I actually don't believe in celebrities. You know what I'm saying? I love your craft. I love what you do, but you know, he was just another guy, innit? Like, so to me, and this is what my thing was like, why are you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you seeing us, sort of thing? And trip to Manny, madness in the car, and, you know, we have like all these ideas. How is it going to be? Are we going to hang out? Are we going to shoot? Because it was her idea to like, kind of like, you know, we can do she was bang on to do a Sith Temple episode with us, you know. So we took like all the equipment and stuff like that. And first day we get there, like we got there the previous night, go the next day to the Comic-Con, and we meet her. And the first thing Vanessa does, she runs up to us, open arms, fam. And at that right moment, I understood it. Like, he wasn't just like, oh yeah, these are you YouTubers, they're cute, anything like yo, like, we're on the same wavelength in this whole nerd, and not just nerdy, like, as people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually felt like, and we always talk about energies, and we're the type of people that we move with energies, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like, it was like a whole aura, fam. Man could see a whole Vanessa's aura. And it was like, it was everything in it. Spend the weekend like we didn't even get to shoot. That's how much, like, we were just in there getting to know each other, like speaking about real things, speaking about nerdy things, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, being around certain type of people, environment, interest. Like, it was just one of those weekends where it was just like, you know, it was just like going to the temple. Really, that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah, like it was super lit because I felt like, obviously, like you said, we didn't know what to expect, and we thought we was gonna shoot and all that stuff like that. But what I really liked about it is, like, as you're saying, that when you first met her, she's screaming "fam, fam, fam," jumping up and down. She's as gassed as we are,
Right?
And then it's just like, after that moment, it was just like, oh, I felt like I had known Vanessa for years, and we just spent a weekend chilling. We went out to dinner. We hung out with Troy Baker, Nolan North, other them. Yeah, rave. Anyway, like we hung out with we hung out with them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it's mad because these are people that I admire their craft, innit? This is the voice of Batman. This is the voice of Joker. These are people that I play their video games with them. Do you know what I'm saying? But when we was there, after meeting them, we was all just jamming. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I appreciate. Like, it wasn't important about shooting, because I wanted. And
I'm glad we did, man.
Like, and the thing that I need to put out there is that I didn't go to Manchester to meet Vanessa Marshall to shoot an episode of Sith Temple to get 100,000 views on a video. That's not, that to me wasn't important. What's important is like just meeting another person in the fam, in our community, that I can hang out with. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, those interactions there mean the most to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm going to keep saying it. That's why this whole thing started, isn't it? Because we was looking for more people to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just going to, guys, by all means, let us know how you see us. So I feel that's an important thing. Just this weekend, we met one of our patients. I was like, and he's from London, he's from a different part of London. And he was like, bro, like, it feels like you guys are from a different country, but we're all in the same city. Because there's the thing about London, north, east, south, west, each part is like a different country. You know what I'm saying? And people view us certain way, and we view you lot certain way. So by all means, jump in the comment section below and let us know what you think of us. Like, how do you see us? Do you think we're still 17? I'm 17. I don't know about these two. What do you think we do for a living? Like, all sorts of things. Like, how do you see us? But back onto the topic. Like, so we meet this person, this beautiful person, and I can't, like, that's what stuck with me. Like, now it's like, it's a normal thing to see someone by what they do in it, because that's what we do as human beings. Like, we like things that are good, we like things that are successful in it. So cool. So now we meet Vanessa, we sit down, we start chopping it up, and I feel like, okay, all right, all the hype is gone. What's gonna happen when the hype is gone? What happens when those first 5 minutes of hype, we've met each other, okay, what's it gonna be? And it was, wow, I didn't expect it to be grounded, so genuine, that we was just talking. People would come into the room, she would introduce us, like, which I felt it was very, very gangster of her. Like, the way she would be, like, the way she would put on, man, yeah, and she'd be like, yo, these are my friends, man. Like she trying to make them jealous that we're on the team, fam. And it was like, oh, really? What you guys do? Oh yeah, let me look at your channel, and oh, you guys gotta do this and come back with us, and it was all like, it's nice being in that environment, because at the same time you get to pick. And here's the thing as well, like, especially for me, like, if I don't know you, or like, I kind of stay in my corner. Like, Joe's a bit more, because Joe's a celebrity. Like, I don't move like Joe in it. So Joe, it's got that Colgate smile and everything. So people come and talk to Joe. So me, I'll be staying in my corner. I'll be staying in my corner, innit? And then one thing I took from that is like, just go out there, talk to people. You'll be amazed. If half of those people didn't approach me or us at the time and be like, what do you do? That's the first thing they ask you. What do you do? Like, I would have no idea who half of these people were. Like, there's actually even I'm forgetting his name now. But he's actually Vanessa's dad in Star Wars, and introduced himself, and just looking at me, and I'm just talking to the guy like, yeah, like it's Norm, innit? And he goes, fam, he's like, hit me, yo, that's Ndula's dad, fam. And I'm like, oh, like, I'm 5 again. Like, he's just like, you just don't know who you meet, innit? Like, it's just, like, it was just, the energy is just so vibrant across the innit. Now, there's these 2 characters here that killed me throughout the whole weekend. Nolan. Yeah. And, what's his name?
Nolan North and Troy Baker.
Troy Baker.
Before you get onto this,
Yeah.
Guys, please understand, like that story Raven just said, about him. He's over here talking to Shamsandula,
Yeah.
and don't know. It makes me sick what Raven does, because I think, Sam, we went to the Comic-Con, in London, where Troy Baker was there, and he did the Joker monologue.
Yeah.
Was Raven with us?
No.
No, I was not.
See, this is the stuff that makes me sick, fam. So I think maybe 3 years ago, man's at Comic-Con in London, Troy Baker's there. This is when Arkham Origins is about to drop. And he's doing the voice for the Joker. He does the monologue. Sick. Murders it. Kills the ting, fam. So, like, obviously, like, I was aware of Troy Baker before then, innit? But, like, that's when I first saw him in person, innit? So I'm meeting him again, and it's like, I like Raven, I don't get starstruck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just interested to see how, like, he kind of interacts with people, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously Raven's oblivious to the accomplishments of these guys, innit? Nolan North and Troy Baker. So I'm over here like, this guy don't even know who he's talking to right now. Do you know? Man's talking to Batman and Joker right now.
And there's a thing, because I'm not a fan like that of Batman. So and the thing is, like, who did the game? Was it
Both of them do.
No.
The game. What game was he was talking about that day?
What are you talking about? Arkham Origins?
No, it was
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
Who did Uncharted?
Both of them did.
Both of them.
Well, mainly Nolan North for 1, 2, 3, and 4, but then obviously they were brothers.
Troy,
they're both in it.
Oh, okay. See, like, I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I mean these guys, but Joe's just giving me this most disgusting look, fam. Like, yo, and the worst one was, it was actually Robin Atkin Downs, and he's like, because obviously, okay, I met those 2, and it was like, yeah, they're against Batman. I'm like, calm, like, bear in mind, till this time, I still, like, I'm like, yeah, like, Joe's Gaskins is Batman, innit? And Joe going, like, and the game as well, innit? Bear in mind, I didn't play I haven't played Uncharted, so to me, it doesn't say much, innit? Now, what hits me is Robin Atkins, because, like, yo, fam, that's Champs Dula, you know, and I was just like, that hit me. Now, with Nolan, it was when it didn't hit me until us. We were now after the whole event, and we're talking about comic books, right? And we start going deep, and I'm just like, these man on some, and they're killing it too. Like, there's stuff we'll say that we like, and them man will shut it down, fam. Like, what? Shut up, man. Go read this, like, fam. Like
man was putting man on game.
On game, fam. Shout out to Troy Baker for putting me on Why the Last Man. That yo fam, it's listen, I haven't read, like, you know, comic books like that.
How did that come apart anyway? How did he, like, recommend you into this comic book?
Guy.
Because he said, no, I think we was talking about Shazam.
Right.
We was talking about Shazam. And I said, yo, Shazam is my favorite new upcoming character. And he was like, it's like Shazam.
Man
like,
was disgusted. Fam.
Like, fam, and the thing, and you got to think about, yo,
about this
Sam, those guys, savage, fam. Savage. They'll destroy your whole existence, bro. Like, and the thing is, yeah, they're voice actors.
Exactly.
Fam. Like, it's peak. It was so peak for me. You know, a man's supposed to be like a comic connoisseur. Yeah, nah, fam. I ain't even left year one, like primary school, like not even nursery, fam. Compared to these man, it was like Shazam. And I was trying to explain to me like, yo, you know, like I can resemble. And the more I spoke, the more I felt like, yo, I'm digging my grave like deep. I'm past 6 feet under, fam. That. Then he goes, shut up. I take this book and then let me know. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. As soon as I started reading that book, I didn't put it down till I was done.
Yeah, man. Like, it was just mad. Like, so basically, we ended up going to like one pub, like 10 minutes away from the convention with Vanessa and all of these guys, and we're just having nerd conversations, innit? And that's all that happened.
That's what they do, fam.
Happened
That's
all
what
night.
they do.
And it was just fun because like these men are so different to us, and I say from where they're from. Like,
True.
You know what
True.
I'm saying? Like, what, Nolan North, 48 years old, grew up in Connecticut, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, man grew up in East London, man's not that old, like, man's got different views on things, man are different colours, man's experienced different things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when I say, I mean, we're different races, do you know what I'm saying? Like, our perception of life is so different. So when I'm talking to this guy about, yo, Nightwing's my favourite character, it resembles this to me because of the relationship between a father, Batman, and a son. I'm the third of four brothers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that relationship there, he might be an only child and not understand that.
Right,
also,
right.
he's grown up with quote unquote white privilege, fam.
Right.
He might not understand
Where you're coming
the
from.
struggles of so, bruv, when I explained to my man Troy Baker why when I said Nightwing was my favorite character, he made a face. Like,
Yeah.
what? No one liked
Yeah.
Nightwing.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Fam.
What? Dick Grayson, fam. Like, bruv,
Just murdering, man.
He was parring him.
Bruv,
but
just-
then when I put it on him, like, yo, like, this is the first superhero you've ever seen, like be taught, and then back out, like,
out of the shadows.
Yeah, come out the shadow and not go evil, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Most of the, bruv, Jason Todd coming out the shadows, going evil. That's what usually happens when you're the sidekick and you leave the mentor. Even look at man like Speedy, fam. Arsenal,
Arsenal,
fam.
definitely.
He don't go bad, but he goes down a wrong spiral, fam. Man turns into a drug addict, all that stuff, bro. Nightwing is the first guy to come out and be like, yo, I'm gonna be me. And even when Batman dies, he takes man's role and is better than Batman, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, kind of sick, bro. When I put it on him like that, he was like, I've never thought about it that way before. I was done. Because what he did to Raven, I felt like I did to him, fam. I just gave him a little bit of perspective on something that he'd never thought about.
Yeah.
And bruv, and that's what I love about this thing, bruv. Because when, like, we met Jay this weekend, but we didn't really get to sit down and chop it up, fam.
Right.
And that's what I want to do. Like, we're still, see, the thing I want to talk about, it's still later in the podcast.
Yeah, man, just trying to plug in, yeah.
But yeah, man, like, it was just flames, bro.
It really was. And those guys killed me at the end of that night. There's this duo thing they do with voices, right? And I guess the aim of the game is to see who outdoes the other, like with the most obscene things they'll say to one another. Now, I'm like, we get to the spot, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit next to Joe in it. Like, let me, because I want to come out of my comfort zone, innit? Like, chop it up with people. I don't know how this happened, yeah, but these two like cornered me in it and started having this conversation, this battle against each other, and I'm in the middle, and I am dying. Like I've never. I don't even we have funny friends. Like, if there's one thing I have is like my brethren, like my close brethren, like are funny as hell, but nothing compared to these two, fam. They're one on the next level, fam. Like literally making me laugh, and it wasn't even directed at me, but they knew they were getting me, fam. Like, and I couldn't help myself. Like, it was just mad, innit? Appreciate Vanessa Marshall for the weekend. Appreciate meeting you. I appreciate our friendship. You know, we get to talk, we get to chop it up. You already know when you're in London, you know what time it is. We're about to shut down the city. And I also want to say that besides Vanessa Marshall, Freddie Prinze Jr. as well, that's another one that's been with us since the whole Star Wars audio came out with our trailer reaction. He's been one of those who's been supporting us as well. Mad jokes with him on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? You're next, innit, fam? You're next. So next time, whether you're here or we're out in LA, we're gonna catch up with you, so innit? Anything else you want to add to that trip, Joe, before we're moving on?
Trip was lit. I appreciate all those guys for taking the time out and spending time with us, man. But it's not the end. Do you know what I'm saying? This is just the start.
That's a start, bro.
So hopefully Vanessa gets to come back sometime next year for a London Comic Con, or hopefully we get to make a trip out there.
Yo, I heard the Cyber Nerds are going out there next year, fam.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Bro, I haven't heard that, and our bank account definitely isn't isn't in the position to do that, innit? So, so
I'm just putting that in the world.
Nah,
I don't know what you're talking.
I appreciate you putting it in the universe, innit? But I'm telling you, right, today,
yeah,
today, the Cybernerds bank account can't fund one man to go.
Yeah, so, that's peak.
Get me?
True stories.
Go out there and just be homeless.
All right, cool. So the next thing to talk about is, I guess we could say that our first gig. By the way, between then, so I'm just gonna say, and then wherever you guys can add anything later on.
It's
but
not the first one.
I mean,
it's not.
Okay, he's not the first one. I'm not gonna. He's not the first gig, but it was a gig that was like, it pushed. Like, whenever we do something, we always want to push it. But I felt more of it. Like this was like, I felt like this was like, fourth quarter type of pressure, like where you got to close the game, innit? And this was none other than the Sony Xperia XZ3 gig that came with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer, you know what I'm saying? Sam, you've been kind of quiet, so let's just let's get you started. How this whole experience was for you?
Yeah, compared to our usual stuff, usual our usual videos where obviously we're discussing topics of what happened during the week. This is a bit more familiar in the sense of we all love Spider-Man. We all know who Sony is. We all know what they do. And for them to bring that opportunity to us, it was very, very big. And it just goes to show how far we've come and how far we can still go with other opportunities that might be out there. So for us to do the trailer reaction, do a review on the XZ3 phones, to even review Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse earlier than usual, that whole thing puts everything or a lot of things into perspective for me. So, there's a lot more to come. That's what I hope for. Yeah,
I mean, for me personally, I thought the whole experience was pretty lit. I mean, obviously Sony reached out to us, and when we received the email, I was pretty excited in it, because obviously in the email it said that they liked what we did and they wanted to work with us, and I was gassed about stuff like this. But I'm also wary about these kind of things as well, because I try to be very cautious of how much creative control we have over our work in it. I never want to come across as disingenuous or fraudulent. Do you know what I'm saying? I would never put us in a scenario where we are promoting something that we actually don't believe in. Do you know what I'm saying? And this was one of the things that was really bugging me about the whole scenario. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a paid promotion. But at the same time, when we spoke to them, we was like, listen, for us to do this, we need A, B, and C for this to be authentic. And one thing that I would say is even though big company like Sony, they never try to bully man or throw their weight around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they worked with us, man. It was very like.
It was quite smooth.
Yeah, bruv. Like,
I think the pressure was us putting on us.
Yeah.
Trying to deliver the thing.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I never felt pressure from them. The pressure on me is always self-inflicted, fam. But that's how I live my daily life, bruv. Like, I put pressure on myself every day to brush my teeth perfectly, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not a thing. So I just felt like I wanted to be real honest and genuine with the thing, and that's why I appreciate them, because they sent us the phones. Man had the phones, tested the phones out, and like from that, I'm never going back to the phone I had before. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like when we gave the score of a 5 out of 5, fam, I believe that. And if you ever meet me, you'll see I got a Xperia XZ3 in my hand. Like that, there should be the evidence. You know what I'm saying? It was just a great experience for me, man.
No, for sure, man. It's just one of those things that, and the thing is, for me, it was always like the creative side of things, because like we're producing this, because obviously, you know, you got to do the review, how we're going to present it, and I'm thinking, you know, obviously you can't help but think, you know, all these things, like, are we gonna come out of beer line like how we are? And obviously you know, you gotta also look, it's not Cybernet's thing now. You know what I'm saying? I can say something and this guy over here will give me a disclaimer. That's not gonna fly when you're working with other companies who have, you know, their policies, the way they conduct business, the way they want to present themselves. So that was something I was like, oh, like, you know, but they were always actually really cool, the way we presented things, the way we were being ourselves, and which gave me confidence that there's one thing you just do what you like, right? And you enjoy doing what you like without having to look, you know, over your shoulder, especially when you got two guys backing you up as well on the same wavelength. But then there's whole nother ball game when companies actually dig the way you come across things. You know, so even if it's banter level, even if, you know, sometimes you're slightly naughty, but they know it comes from a genuine place, no malice. It's all banter. You know, we all want what's best for one another. And I always was like trying to import my, like, the way I saw things, but then it was like, yo, Raven, be like water now, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't just have a style. Don't be crystallized, sort of thing. You know, so so then he also, this project also put me in a place where it's like, you know what? Sometimes just flow with it, and what comes out, then, you know, you make a judgment out of it. And every time, like, we went back and forth, every time someone came back and they looked at it, it was like, it was positive. And I really enjoyed doing this. It was first of many. The experience I got from it, not just, you know, just being a nerd, but now going to something that we're not really into. I think Sam's pretty much the only guy, like, techie stuff. I mean, I dab here and there, but Sam, that's what he does for a living. So to be thrown into that environment and to just explore in our own creative, nerdy way, really cool. Plus, alongside Spider-Man, what can go wrong, man? We bad up the thing. They loved it. You guys loved it. And another thing was your reaction when we first dropped that video? Like, what? Like, whoa, like, you, man, yeah, is that you moving and circulating like that, yeah? Loved that positive, like, comment reaction you lot got in it. Because I guess no one really sees until it happens, and no one really sees, like, oh, like, you man gonna work like Sony, you man gonna work with Disney, you know what I'm saying? And so when we get those response from you lot, it's just like, it's everything in it. Like, we got the big boys, we got the fam, we all cushed in it. Like, it's blessed.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what more. Like, I feel like you peppered the thing appropriately. Like, it was just, I feel like it was just, it's always good to get that positive reinforcement that there are people watching what we are doing.
Right.
And at this time, I think we just passed around 20,000 subscribers, fam.
Yeah.
And
I think, sorry to interrupt, but like, I think that's another thing as well to take on board, like, because think about it. So obviously, if you're going to promote a product that comes from such and such company, and this is where I always like, why us? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even have like the followers like that. Like, okay, if we had 100K, then maybe, because then you know that most likely we're going to influence people, like a lot more people. Yet you still came to us less, like 20 or maybe less, right? The another thing that comes with that is that actually someone bought the phone off us and added them. That speaks in volumes, man.
Yep. Like, I think when you're someone like Sony, they could just do a marketing campaign if they wanted to. They've got all of the resources and funds to do that. But like, they want to go a different, they wanted to go a different direction, but fam, if you turn on your TV and you see something that you don't understand, fam, and from me, what I saw from them as a company, they saw something that they maybe they don't understand in like maybe our channel and how we react to stuff. Like, they might not watch trailers and jump up and down on the sofa, but they're like, these guys do, and they've got people who do it with them. Do you know what I'm saying? They've got a TCN fam and they're about that. Let's see what this can do, fam. And I just rate them in it for coming to us, fam, because obviously there's a million other YouTube channels that you could go to. Do you know what I'm saying? But they took a chance on us. I feel like we peppered the ting. I feel like we know both sides of the party were happy from what happened, innit? And I appreciate the fam as well for like supporting our cause, obviously being happy for us working with Sony and like the things that it's going to lead to in the future. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to everyone. Appreciate you guys.
All right, cool. Now let's move on to something that we've been kind of like struggled with it, and then we finally have out. We've had people who've requested it before. TCN merch is out, is in existence, is out there. People are getting it. How excited are you guys to have? You know what? Like that first time you had when someone was like, "Hey, you're the cyber nerd." Now I want that first time when I see someone with that,
With a shirt on.
with a shirt, with merch,
merchandise
just
on.
merchandise.
I am excited about merchandise, but fam, it's been a whole thing, innit? Like, guys, we have been trying to get this whole merchandise thing going for so long that it's mad to me. I'm just happy that like we've got it now and it's going, and like, do you know what I'm saying? But the thing what gets me is, we make a video, people are like, oh, you guys should have merchandise, do. Now we've got merchandise. The only way it's sustainable to keep us making merchandise is for people to support by purchasing the merchandise. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's easy to say, you guys should have this, you guys should have that.
Right.
It's hard for us to do that with the level that we're at, guys. And this is what I'm going to keep going back to. Only just past 30,000 subscribers. Go through as many YouTube channels as you can with 30,000 subscribers and level up, and do you know what I'm saying, and compare what they're providing. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about across all platforms, websites, YouTube, social media, the amount of posts, the amount of content, the amount of videos, the production levels, the times they're putting in, the amount of live stream hours, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And then understand that it's hard, like, and if these things don't get supported, they won't be able to be sustainable. Do you get what I'm saying? So please don't believe that, oh, if you're buying t-shirts, all the money just going into our pockets and we're going to be rich guys. Like, that is not what is going on. The only thing you are funding is that we can continue to do this and it can get bigger and better. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's it. I'm gassed for the merchandise. Guys, go to the store. There's this one item that was inspired by me. This one item. Just one. Look, bruv. Man are laughing. Mr. Blitztek's got his own little shirt in the store. No one else has got that.
I ain't got mine.
Exactly. I don't have a shirt. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I'm saying there's one shirt that was inspired by, bro, it's even more of a Mr. Blitztech shirt, fam, because it's Dragon Ball Z, innit? But there's a Goku Suck shirt in the store, fam.
Wow.
I need someone to purchase this shirt
Mad thing.
and then send me a selfie, innit? Anyone who sends me a selfie of them in the Goku Suck shirt, bro, I'm posting it on my Twitter. I might post you on my, in fact, you'll get on my Instagram for sure. I'll post you on my Twitter too. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that shirt is Joe inspired, fam. Bro, I feel passionate about that shirt. Get me?
Sam, talk to me about your I didn't even know you had a t-shirt like that. I ain't got a t-shirt like that. Like.
Fam, that's you, innit? I don't know what you're doing.
I'm too busy editing videos. You already know what time it is.
Crazy still, but no, like I like retro designs, especially from the 80s. I saw obviously Ready Player One, and just those kind of fonts. I don't know why, they always just stand out to me. They're very colourful, they're very different, and you don't see them nowadays anymore. So I just come across this font, and I was like, you know what, that was really good with my name on it, innit? So I thought I could put that on a t-shirt.
And you didn't think, raw, this guy Raven mashes up videos, makes me look cool. Let me get it in my design. Selfish.
Do you know what's mad?
Selfish, fam.
What's actually bad is I feel like Mr. Blitztech will end up having the most t-shirts. I don't know why, because you know before he's got we've all got that other t-shirt.
Yeah, true.
The Mr. Blitztech Budapest shirt.
Ooh, what happened in Budapest?
Do you know what I'm saying?
what?
I don't know what happened in Budapest, but I wasn't actually there. You get me? I heard G-Man went and had a great time.
You man, I'm not
but
involved.
I wasn't there. Get me? So I just feel like Mr. Blitztech's gonna end up with the most shirt designs in it.
Well, right now he has them. He has them.
He's leading the league now.
Yeah,
I hope this isn't the case, but
Sam, you definitely have to give me some tips how you're doing them things there, fam. Come on, talk to me.
I don't know. They just happen, innit?
It just happened.
It just happens. Like,
Fam.
I just leave my life and suddenly there's a t-shirt of me. I inspire Goku's that he sucks. I've got ideas, but I know they're going to have to come through in 2019, innit? And this is just about me this time. That's
Man
what
shows up, doesn't have his podcast notes ready, but man gets the t-shirt in the store.
Mad.
Bruv.
How does this happen?
You tell us.
That's what I'm trying to
Exactly,
say.
bro. Like
You tell us.
you just wake up and you have a t-shirt, fam.
I know.
I wake up, I got videos to do. Like, size got to change right now, fam. I'm not living the right life. I'm telling you. But yeah, no, exciting to have the merchandise. I still don't have mine, but it's exciting to see people excited that want to wear. I guess you can call it our brand now, which is our identity. You know, it's who we are. You know, the one t-shirt that we actually wear right now is the Run That Ting Back. And that's something that people have been asking for so long. Yeah, yo, man, you guys need to have Run That Ting Back t-shirt. And we actually, I don't know how many designs we've had to make for this. And we finally got the one we stuck with the one with the sofa bit.
Which is a fan-made design.
Which also fan-made design, yes,
It's
right.
a fan-made design, do you know what I'm saying? And guys, if you are locked in and you've got any kind of art, design, do you know what I'm saying, background, and you want to throw out some designs for us, please do that. Like,
for sure.
do you know what I'm saying? Please do that. We will have a look. If we think it fits what we're trying to do, we'll put it up, man. You get me? And you'll get a free shirt out of it as well. Like, don't worry about them things there.
So, hey, and not just that. I mean, there's a couple of people I've actually spoken about who actually helped me with, for example, setting up the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a sound person. I don't have, you know, sort of education or background in sound. But like, I was struggling with the sound. I was struggling with the post-production of the sound, and some of you guys came and helped me out. You know, some of you, when I saw that that's what you do, I was like, oh, do you know this and that? And then you guys came back. So I appreciate that. So don't feel like, you know, we're too bougie. Nah, fam, it's not that. If you can pepper up the game, you can help us out, by all means, hit us up. Dive in the DMs. You know, it's not just everyday DMs for Joe, you know, saying hi, Joe, and yoga lessons and all things there, man. No, there's no disclaimer on that because those are actual facts.
I didn't say anything about a disclaimer. I was just saying
that usually comes with a disclaimer after it, innit?
I was just saying
all right, cool. All right, so now we're gonna talk about personal stuff like within the Cybernerd. So we're gonna start off with, what was your biggest struggle of 2018?
What do you mean as a cyber nerd?
As a cyber nerd, as maybe juggling life, work, family with the cyber nerds, putting out content. Like, what was your struggle trying to be here? Like, going through what we went through this year?
I think, I don't know, man. Everything. I'm going to say everything because I think for me personally, it is so tough. Now, I play basketball. I got to go to training. I also run another business. You know what I'm saying? And then I've got to do the cyber nerds as well. Now, my issue is if you're anyone who's ever ran a business, you would know, like, going to a job is from the hours you're at the job to the hours you leave the job.
That's right.
Owning a business is a 24-hour thing. It is yours. No one else is going to look after it. No one else is going to water that plant. No one else is going to make that grow. So in my mind, I've got to do that 3 times over, fam. Because I've got to go and train. I've got to train my body to be the best professional basketball player I can be. Do you know what I'm saying? At an elite level. Then I've got to do that for my business, which is a sports coaching business, which is, you know, helping young people stay healthy and fit. Then I've also got to do that for the cyber nerds. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, man, I only got 24 hours in a day. Do you know what I'm saying?
More than that, G.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it is mad just finding the time and to get in the right balance to handling all of those things. So that's just the daily struggle for me, like trying to decide. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like from the more we've done, I feel like because we've streamlined cyber nerds and what we do, it's gotten easier to balance the time. But I still struggle when it's just like when I got my free time, I struggle because I'm like, I need to do the cyber nerds thing, I need to do this, I need to do that. So I end up like working just constantly. Luckily, cyber nerds is also stress relief. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, I can do a live stream now, which is work, but at the same time, I get to do something that I enjoy, playing PlayStation and stuff like that. So there was that. But I think one of the biggest things for me, cyber nerds, it might be like us not being as big as I want. And this is something I struggle with just in life in general, innit? Like, when I try and put 100% effort into everything, innit? And when I'm putting in effort, more hours, and I'm not seeing the kind of response that I feel like I should be getting, sometimes I get disheartened, innit? But then at the same time, that disheartened also always instantly turns into motivation. So I end up driving more and more and more. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just one of the things that I struggle with, is like finding that balance between, Joe, just relax. It will pay off down the line, even though you're seeing no fruits of your labor right now. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, because I'm like the business manager of the cyber nerds, it's finding funds to bankroll this whole thing, fam.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think every other day I come to this guy, I'm like, can I quit now?
Fam. And that's a real thing.
I actually do put it on you like that because, yeah, man, we go through a lot. So
like, and that's the thing. It's like that is like my whole job, innit? Like, or apart from all the other stuff I do, like finding funds to make the cyber nerds viable to keep going is something that is a daily stress. Because it's like, bruv, like you can't make money. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like people will be like, oh yeah, I make money. Like, no one makes money, fam. Money's somewhere and you have to transfer it to somewhere else, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? All the money's already out in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just hard, innit? So that's how, you know, obviously Patreon, merchandise, YouTube, stuff, all of this stuff like has to be grown. It has to get bigger. It has to get fast enough for us to keep this sustainable. Because let's say everything stays where it is right now, this won't be sustainable 6 months from now.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there has to be legit growth, fam. And I share that struggle, I feel like, alone. I know you guys feel that, maybe you feel the struggle, maybe you don't, but that burden to, I've got to get us ones, is real for me on a daily basis, innit? So I'd say that's my biggest cyber struggle, man.
Calm, Sam.
As you guys mentioned before, my whole life is a struggle, innit? Like I wake up and there's like a signpost at my door that says struggle, innit? It's mad. But still on the real thing. And there was a lot I wanted to do this year that obviously didn't transpire until later on, which is a shame. But it's getting there now. And what I really want to do, like a lot, because I suppose I don't do enough of it or not at all, is like stream games and interact with everyone online. And obviously you guys have been doing that a lot. You guys have been doing it for, Twitch, YouTube, and now we found out we could do it to Facebook. So that's like more of our community we can interact with. So hopefully in 2019, that won't be too much of a struggle anymore. But we'll see about that, innit? Because man's internet's still a bit in modem mode. But that's a bit mad. Like you said, like everything else, trying to do the whole cybernetics thing as well as trying to be everything else in life, it's actually really, really mad. Like I can't obviously go too deep into it because it's quite personal. But 2018, wow, it's been an actual struggle for me. So hopefully 2019 is the way up.
Calm. 2018. 2018 was, I ain't gonna lie, man. Man had to be, I had to be on my Sif game, man. I think I shared the same struggles with Joe. Like we have different, like everyone here is assigned to a responsibility, right? So that way we can work smarter, we can work faster, get things done smoothly. You know, we've changed our schedules. So if you've noticed, we're pretty much, we shoot Tuesdays and Thursdays. Obviously, when the trailers drop, it's a madness. There are days where it's like, I don't know, Disney decides that, they think it's fun to drop 5 trailers, WB wants to drop 2 more trailers. Then you got the gaming, and we're literally swamped in here. Now, do I find that a struggle? I find that a struggle only because there's only one computer. Like computer, we've actually built the computer, the watchtower, this year to help us bring more, like to get the work done faster. Now, there's one thing you guys don't know. We was putting out so much content that my Mac, my iMac, which costs like thousands of pounds, died. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Apple being Apple, then man, we just can't afford to go and buy like a $2,000 computer that can render videos fast, edit fast, like just chew out the what we're doing in it. So we go out of our way, my own money, boom, we create, we build a computer. Building a computer, yeah, it's fun and all that, but you still have the struggles. We're trying to do things. We're trying to make a computer that caters to what we do. Still yet, like computers are much faster. It's a beast. You guys seen the amount of videos we put out some days. Sometimes you guys wake up and you got like 3 videos on the channel waiting for you to watch. But it's still not enough. And I feel that that's my struggle. It's not enough. Like whatever we're doing is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing is, it's like you gotta think post-production, producing the content. Then we're also the personalities in front of the camera. That's like being a player coach. Like you can't coach and play at the same time because you end up missing the small things. That's been one of our struggles. A lot of times videos are not up. Like there's a lot of technical issues that really, really ends up annoying me. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. We all have a life, and sometimes things happen, but we just keep pushing. And obviously there's stuff that people don't see. Like Joe has his his own stuff to deal with, his own responsibilities. Sam's got his own stuff to deal with. I've got my own stuff to deal with, and we all, like, no one's gone into details, but it's like it takes so much more. Like, I guess because you only see us laughing and bantering, but at the end of the day, we're human beings like everybody else. Like, we got struggles like everybody else. We got we got jobs to do. You know what I'm saying? I run a basketball academy. We practice at 7 a.m. If I'm still here at 4 a.m. editing videos or pushing videos out, and I still got to prep, thankfully, like, I tend to prep the whole season, like, back in August. So, and then all I have to do is just tweak throughout the season. But I still have to be on my game to coach these players, to be on point, to have to be able to have the eyes to iron out the details when we're playing basketball, and it's not just, these are kids we're dealing with. We're not just playing a sport here. These are kids also go with issues. Coach got to sort that out. You're not turning up to your lessons. I got to deal with that. So there's loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff that we deal with. You know what I'm saying? So struggles, the biggest struggles is everything, fam. Like, and that's one of the reasons why I keep just pushing this man over here. Yo, can we quit? Can we quit? Can I get like wages off this? Like, even if I take half of what I make right now, that's fine. I'll be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll eat noodles. I don't know for how long. God, good thing I don't eat meat in it, so that don't cost me that much, and then I can just plant some fruit and veg outside, and we just go from there. Spacing is so key to having stuff, like, to be able to shoot these videos. It's mad. We have like this plan for a better and bigger space. Obviously, we've already put it out to the world, to the patrons, to help us out with that. So yeah, man, everyday struggle, and it gets better every day. But at the same time, it still gets hard, because every time it gets better, we push to be even better than it way it is, isn't it? So that's just how it goes. All right, so the next one, best achievements. What's your best achievements for this year? I'm going to go with this one.
Huh?
I'm going to go with this one.
You're starting?
Yeah, I'm starting.
Please. I was feeling pressure that you was putting that on me.
So Sam don't want to talk. My biggest achievement this year was the fam. You lot are the biggest achievement. We do this for the fun, for the love of it. It's comics, it's nerdy stuff. But the same way we have struggles, you guys have struggles. And I've had, and I don't know why, maybe you guys, because, you see these three guys look cool and they're very approachable. I don't know about Joe. That guy looks scary to me. But you guys get in touch with us, talk to us. And a lot of times it's about real stuff. And it's like, wow, like, we're actually part of this positive movement. Because, there's a lot of toxic stuff out there, like, especially with the nerds. Like, yo, let me just put it out there. If you're a nerd, if you love being a nerd, by all means, have your say. Just don't be toxic, fam. You know what I'm saying? Whoever puts the content, creates the materials for us to watch, to listen, to read, these are normal people with family, kids, their sons, their daughters of someone. They've got bosses too. They're also, their job is on the line to perform, to give us the best stuff, to engage with the fam. So whether they make a good movie, a bad movie, a good comic run or not, don't be toxic. Don't be out there doing madness, innit? Because you wouldn't like someone doing that to your family or to you, per se. All right, so the fam, obviously you guys are growing. I'm loving it, every part of it. Every time, I don't know if you've noticed, but every time someone follows me on Instagram, I follow you back right away. And just following, and what's interesting about following someone back, fam? You don't know what that person's into until you follow them. And I've tagged you in some posts, right?
Couple things.
Funny.
Couple things.
Funny as hell. Some of you guys are so funny. I'll be there. I'll follow this story. I'll reply to it, because you never know like who's watching you, fam. You know what I'm saying? And I've said it before. I don't believe in celebrity or anything like that. So if you follow me, I'll follow you, and I'll engage. If you're doing something right, if you think something is funny. Some of you I've stopped following too. Some of you guys I'll stop following because you guys are on the madness. You know what I'm saying? But one of the best achievements this year was definitely having more of you guys, engaging more of you guys, seeing what people that's actually interested in us, me seeing what you do for a living, like seeing that perspective as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we can be so busy focusing on what we want to give you that a lot of times people forget to see what people are doing, people that look at them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving that whole thing, seeing how you lot are doing.
I can go. I'm gonna go next. Innit? I think biggest achievement for me is interesting that you said the fam in general, because mine I think has to be Patreon. Now, the reason it's Patreon for me is because when we first got Patreon started, it was just there, like didn't really know how to use it and stuff like that. Didn't know how to attract people to it. But I think from just putting ourselves out there more people came to Patreon. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think the reason why this means so much to me, like every time I see the email notification that we have a new Patreon, I get gassed. Doesn't matter what tier you're on. I get gassed because it just says this one person out there in the universe believes in us strongly enough to reach into their pocket and give us something, no matter what it is, fam. Do you know what's mad, bruv? Like, we've got a couple Patreons that when you can, I never knew this until a couple weeks ago. When you sign up to Patreon, there's an option to fund us without receiving rewards. Fam. And that's our platinum tier, fam. If you look at our videos, the top tier, the top people are either supporting us and taking nothing, or they're supporting us more than we're asking for. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not just trying to highlight them. All of the patrons are important, fam. But to me, it's crazy that these people out there want to support our dream, fam. Because, bro, never when I was 6 years old did I think, as I'm after church, I've taken my collection money. The Sabiners do not believe in stealing or using your collection money when it's given to you to put in the offering bowl to buy comics with. The Sabiners do not. The Sabiners do not promote that at all. But when I used to do that, yeah, my mum would give me collection plate money, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep this extra £2 so I can get an extra Spider-Man comic at the comic book shop, because the comic book shop was in between church and the train station on the way home. So when I was in that comic book shop reading the Clone Saga, fam, I never thought, yo, one day I'm gonna just have a job where I talk about this type of stuff. I talk about the movie that derived from this comic book, fam. And it's a possibility, fam. It's actually a possibility. And people it will look at me and be like, bruv, you play professional basketball. Like, you play professional, but like, you're already living your dream, fam. And I'm like, yeah, I am, fam. But one, like, professional basketball does not last forever, fam. I will forever be a nerd, fam. Forever, to the day man's boxed up, fam. Man will forever be a nerd, fam. That will outlast basketball, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? I love basketball with all my heart, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's mad. This nerd thing, bro, I can pass on to kids, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be easier to pass on being a nerd to a kid than, yo, you got a lot of work to do if you want to be a professional basketball player. Do you know what you got to do to be a nerd? Sit down here with me. Let's watch these 10 Star Wars movies. Watch these 20 seasons of Rebels and Clone Wars, yeah? And you're halfway there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's mad, man. But yeah, man, Patreon, fam. You guys are funding the dream, and I feel like you guys are my biggest achievement, but I also feel that you guys should feel that we're your achievement. Like you're building us up. Do you get what I'm saying? So appreciate you, man. You guys are
I definitely appreciate you guys, man. You guys doing a lot for the grime scene for sure. Mr. Blistick.
Right. Sometimes it's just hard to follow up with you guys because...
Well, you should have gone first, and then, man. Guy just want to probably sleeping back there.
You should have
did
sleeping? Some work. Then it would be hard to follow up.
Is you sleeping back there?
No, I'm not sleeping. I'm actually doing work. I'm supposed to just say that, but yeah, that's what I was actually doing. But I'm listening at the same time, and like the biggest achievement is actually reaching out to people, whatever means necessary for it be social media, our Patreons, the subscribers, the people that don't subscribe, the ghost followers, the people who leave a comment. Just knowing that we're growing this community and people are coming to us and saying particularly very positive things, like you already said before in the podcast, that people are saying, I had a bad day. I just open your video and my whole world just like, bro, that's, for me, that's the achievement, isn't it? Because there's sometimes where I just meet people like that face to face and they're like, oh yeah, Sam, because of you I had a good day. I'm like, oh, okay, that's really cool. But that's just people I know when I go to work, or a friend or a family member or whatever. Like that for me is kind of easy. But for me to be in front of a camera and be who I am with you guys, and then someone across the world, maybe in America, India, France, wherever you may be in the world, for you to come and say that as a comment, that for me is an achievement. Even if it's just one a year, I'm like, just to even touch someone like that, for me, that's amazing.
That's what's up. All right, so last thing I'm gonna ask of you guys next year. Go.
All right, 2019.
Oh, I was gonna go
first. Lean back. All right, 2019, yeah?
Which we already there, by the way.
2019. Patreon meetups. I'm on this thing, innit? Guys, you know what, yeah? Firstly, I need to apologize to the patrons that are not in London, yeah? Because I'm gonna get to you. I'm going to. But I can't get to you without doing the thing here. Do you know what I'm saying? If I cannot do it here, I can't do it there. So I need you, man, to support me doing it here, if you get what I'm saying. So Patreon meetups is a thing that I need. I got 12 months. I need there to be one at least. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if it's on December 31st, 2019, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the thing needs to happen, innit? So that's one of the things that I've got that I'm gonna work on. I'm thinking about, and I'm actually interested to hear from you guys. What I'm thinking about doing is having like a movie night with the Cyber Nerds where we rent out a little movie space. The Patreons pick the movie, and we all watch it together. I'm talking real cozy, like 30 man. Like this ain't gonna be no big thing. 200 people. No, 30 man. Watch a movie, whatever, old, new, whatever. Eat food, have a couple drinks, talk, chill. Get me? Like it's a whole thing. That's what I'm thinking of, and that's what I want to do 2019. Also, peppering up the Patreon tiers, innit? Like right now, I feel like the Patreon tiers are at a good place. I feel like we're offering a lot right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're offering a lot, and the Patreon, like we've got a tier for Patreon requests. I think it might be the $12 tier. $12 tier, you can request movie reviews, trailer reactions, something like that, fam. We are swamped, bruv, with reactions, fam. Like we get so many requests, fam. It is actually mad, but I love it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I want more. Like I want our Patreon thing to be flowing, bruv. Like I just love that. So I want to pep up the tiers more. There's more integration I want to do with Patreon into our website. I want more of our Patreons on our website, like using it actively, and bringing I want Patreon to like flow through everything we do very organically. Do you get what I'm saying? And I also believe that through Patreon getting peppered up, it peppers up everything else for regular subscribers, ghost followers, and all of that in turn. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the more Patreons we got, the more they're supporting, the more everything gets better. And then it's better for those people who are only supporting by watching videos. Do you know what I'm saying? So 2019, like that's a big focus for me, as well as obviously everything else. Getting this ones, bringing in more money, pushing us to the next level, and I think I'll put in the universe because the same way you put the Cali thing in the universe. Next year, I want to get to 100,000 subscribers. We're at 34 right now. Now, from what I've seen, my little calculations, we like double. We go up like 75% a year. That's what we've been doing. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I think we started off last year with like 10K. Now we're at 34. That, you know what I'm saying? That's double and a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like if we have that same kind of growth, it takes us to about 90. So 90 would be on target.
Right.
100 would be above target. And I can't have mediocre goals in it. So if I was to sit here and be like, yo, I want 90K, knowing that, oh, we're projected to be at 90K, I'd be dead in it. So I want to have more than 100,000 subscribers. I'd like YouTube to send us a plaque sometime next year for having 100,000 subscribers. I won't put a number on the Patreon thing though. I want the Patreon thing to grow the way it's supposed to grow. If you guys listen and believe in us, go and support. If you don't, then just keep watching for free on YouTube. That's fine too, because you are still supporting us. Do you know what I'm saying? So 100,000 subscribers, Patreon meetup thing, and it's gonna be lit. Listen, it is going to be a madness for everyone, fam. For everyone.
There you go.
Whole thing, disclaimers, everyone. I'll give a Patreon a disclaimer quickly, fam.
Always ready to give out the disclaimers, Mr. Blistic.
2019. Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be done. And obviously we're always talking about YouTube. Obviously did big numbers there. Always going to be growing. That's good. I like that. That's always going to be growing. But there's one particular channel that is, I'll say, slacking at the moment.
Particular channel?
Yeah, a particular channel that's slacking at the moment. And
what, like a particular a section platform in our okay, in our
domain, so to speak. And I'll say there's a lot of games that are coming out next year that I feel like I could be jumping on. It's definitely streaming a lot more, and hopefully because of that platform, which is Twitch, can grow with that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like, obviously we've got Kingdom Hearts dropping in January. Also, we have got quite the big Kingdom Hearts fan base. I know me and Geek Sense will be jumping on that. So hopefully we'll be tackling more than just one platform anyway. Devil May Cry, that's jumping in March. I'm definitely jumping on that. I know one of these guys might want to do that. Yes? No? Maybe?
Not me.
No,
I got comics to read.
What about you, Joe? You feel like jumping on?
Cry.
Hey, what are you thinking about that?
I don't know, innit? I'm still 50-50.
Alright,
The gameplay I saw today, it didn't. I don't know, bruv. I don't know.
So I know you're there, but
Man's not there, fam.
And I'm not
Man
there.
wanted to, but you showed him a couple of videos on YouTube,
fam,
and he was like,
the stuff you showed me kind of put me off. And also the thing that really puts me off, it drops in March. Division 2 is coming out in March.
I was about to say, so there's Division as well, but I don't know, I'll borrow you some games and you'll see from there, innit, if you want to.
Do you know what I mean, bruv?
Exactly.
Drop me a game and let me see
Yeah,
it.
that's the only way I
listen,
think that was
stop
possible.
distracting him with games. Let him get the ones so I can quit my job. Yes?
It's all
Thank
part
you.
of the plan, fam. It's
Thank
all
you.
part of the plan.
Thank you.
But so Joe mentioned there's also the Division, which unfortunately Raven will be jumping on.
Yeah, because someone
Mad
did
team,
me
man.
dirty last time, innit?
What's that? What do you mean?
Like,
Oh,
I started
okay,
playing the game, and then he shot the game, and I've got one trophy on the Division, and this guy Joe went and sold the game.
Bruv, the thing that makes sense to me for you to do is get the Division back.
Nah.
Bruv, man can get it like £5 right now in a bargain bin. Fam, do you know what? To be honest, if you was-
Are all the trophies? Do I have to do online stuff? Was it all the trophies?
Bruv,
Just
I might back you in buying the game right now or in January or February. The build up to Division 2, we jump on the Division 1, we get you the Platinum Trophy, get our level up, and I bet you there's going to be stuff like rewards you get in Division 2 from having stuff in Division 1. Bruv, I'm backing that. And it makes sense, fam, because, hey, you know them Red Dead live streams for hey, I'm backing it, innit? You told me, innit?
Alright.
Look, guys, you've heard it there. I'll put it out to him. I will make up for selling the game after he got 2 trophies, fam. And there's bare DLC that I could.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The game is huge now. It's way different than it was back, what? Is it 2 years ago? Or was it a year ago?
2016.
That's what I mean. The game's
cool.
different now. So there's that. And that's just the beginning of the year. That's just only March. Obviously, I think Cyberpunk might be dropping middle of the year. That's another RPG, probably 200 hours right there. And boy, the list
So wait,
is
so
super endless.
you 2000. So what? You spent 2018 doing nothing but playing games. Now, when we're saying, what's for next year? Man wants to do the same thing, just with more games.
No, just
because you've got better internet.
Just because from the
Oh my god, that's my
that's
daily struggle.
That's what it has to be, unfortunately. But yeah, I want Twitch to actually grow. Like that community, like it has to see the Cyberners in it. And I feel
It's funny because I swear I'm the only one who's been on Twitch, fam.
Yeah.
Lonely.
Twitch.
I wouldn't say lonely. There's a couple of you lot that's keeping me, some good company on Twitch, innit?
That's
But
what I mean,
I ain't
so-
seen you on Twitch in so wait, fam.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
All right, cool. So with me, on to the next year. World domination. That's it. World domination. Like wherever we touch, we're batting up, and that's that. And that would conclude onto this podcast. But before we completely finishing off, there's some thank yous that need to go out. First things first, I gotta thank these two guys for being here, mashing up the videos, putting out content. We've been doing a lot. We came from a place where actually the people that started with us didn't believe in this YouTube thing, innit? And there were 6, they went into 4, he went into 3, and we stuck here, sleepless nights, going back and forth with each other, trying to make the best decision. So, yeah, man, we survived the year. It was a good year, regardless of what happened. So thank you to you guys. I'm going to pass on to Joe because I'm pretty sure he's got a couple of people in mind that he wants to thank.
Yeah, I mean, bruv, I'm not going to thank you two, innit? Because this is our thing, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just our thing.
No, but you know what? Sometimes we do something really well. And I know you do it sometimes, and I do it sometimes. And it's like, yo, like, congratulations. Like, yo, good job. No, it's
No.
Because we go through so much that sometimes, not that we need, but sometimes it's like, it's just,
No,
it's
bruv.
just
No.
nice.
And that's
Some
cool.
things are nice.
You did it, bruv. No, I hear you. Bruv. But who I want to thank, I just want to thank our supporters, innit? Patreon subscribers, whoever you are. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no division here. Just thanks everyone. Like, if you've watched one video, if you've watched every video, if you've hit like, if you've hit dislike, if you've left a comment, if you've done whatever, I don't care what it is. If you've only glanced through one of our things, you've supported us in some way. I help you. I thank you. I appreciate you guys. And all I want to ask is that you guys help us grow more, innit? Help us grow more. Share our content, like our content, dislike our content, do whatever you want to do, but help us get better. Do you know what I'm saying? You've helped us get better, help us keep growing in it. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to all of the TCN fam that aren't in the country, all the big times, all of the celebs, quote unquote celebs that have helped us out. Vanessa Marshall, Freddie Prinze Jr., Rupert, Sony. Shout out to Azumi, shout out to
I'm the worst person to think of names. So why do you think I passed it on to you?
Soylent. Shout out to Soylent. Shout out to everyone who's backed us in it. Shout out to Disney. Yo, shout out to Disney. You man might be the greatest.
For sure. I want to thank also, carrying on. There's actually some people behind stage who actually help us with marketing stuff, like, you know, on social media. I can't take all the credit for all the videos. Like I mash up 90% of the videos. The other 10, I want to thank Stuart all the way in Scotland, helping us out. Like, this guy, there's days I'm swamped with videos, man, and he just comes through. You know, he's just a guy, you know, this is his area. He just wants to help. He's he's part of the fam. You know, he's also growing into the industry. That's something he wants to go into. Callum, shout out to Callum, big time. Shout out to Sherelle, doing bits. It was nice meeting you. And any person, man, that's always out there supporting and, you know, just want to help us get better. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to wish you guys happy holidays. Happy New Year's. I'll be catching a flight in less than 5 hours. You two, don't kill yourselves while I'm away. Yo, make sure you use the coasters, fam. It is important to use the coasters. Yo, don't let me come back here and start seeing rings on the desk, innit, bruv?
You know,
madness.
Ain't me.
Madness.
Guys, yeah.
God.
Dominate 2019. These are my words to you. Dominate this year. Like, don't let anything hold you back. If you got a dream, chase after that thing. Do it. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do it. Believe in yourself. The cyber nerds believe in you. Whatever it is. You want to start a YouTube channel. You want to quit your job. You want to do something else. Whatever it is, I believe in you. You can do it. You can be a pro athlete if you want. You can be an astronaut. You can do it. I believe in you, innit? You heard it here first.
Mad. And without further ado, I'm Raven, your GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
I'm Joe, 1/3 of the cyber nerds.
And we'll see you next year. Oh, I heard it's going to be a different one too.